Fatherhood Podcast.
Cheer. We are here. Ali Similar Podcast, episode number 17, baby. 17. We climbing up. We keep going up.
Yeah,
I am Rello, and to the right of me, I have
DJ Hypa. What up?
DJ Dane-Ja, we in the building.
What's good? It's Darren.
It's John.
It's Ease.
Yes, sir. We have a lot of things on the docket today, so I want to hop straight into things. I feel like today's going to be a pretty damn good episode, what we got for y'all today. So, first topic on the dock, I want to hop right into these things. Is LeBron James. We have a lot of talk about this stuff on the internet. LeBron James being at his kid's basketball game. He was seen the other day dunking on a layup line, which drew a lot of attention to him. How do you feel like these things can affect his son? Do you feel like this is a bad thing, a good thing? Him just being at the games and causing so much attention. You know, other fans come just because they know LeBron is there. How do you guys think this is going to affect his son, or will this affect his son?
I actually think it's good that he's there because it ain't bringing just attention to his son. It's bringing attention to all the other kids that's playing. So, yeah, we could all say, oh, they only coming out because LeBron going to be there, but it's giving other kids light no matter what. So I think it's a good thing.
I think it's also like maybe a sign of confidence for the kids too, because you know, for the most part, like seeing LeBron James, I feel like any kid, if you're a LeBron fan, I feel like part of you is gonna want to play well and feed off maybe his energy or his son's energy, and you know, energy is very contagious. So I feel like to me, like him being on the court doing the layups and doing the slam dunks, I feel like, you know, it kind of hypes him up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a good thing for me at least.
I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm a LeBron fan, but
That's why I have to look at you like that.
yeah, I am kind of on the fence. I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm more so like the one time cool. But if he's gonna do it every game, it's just like you kind of overshadowing what's going on with your son and his team. To me, it's just like, all right, you don't need to do the dunking. Like nobody really came for you. Obviously, people came for you because you are LeBron, but like. I feel like it may overshadow after a while. Like, all right, not too much. Don't do it too much. One time, cool. I don't have a problem with it. But now it's just like if he does it again and again and again and again, it's just like, all right, who is everybody coming there for to really support you or to support your kids or just to see
do you feel that there's some type of expectation for his son at this point?
He's LeBron James' son. Expectations going to come by
because
default.
he has that name.
That's a fact.
He has LeBron James Jr.
That's why I kind of felt like he was contradicting himself, because on the shop interview, John, he's like he's mad that he's kind of disappointed that he gave his son his name.
I heard about that.
But then you at your son games causing even more attention to yourself. Exactly. It's like, bro, it's either.
That's why I'm on the fence with
you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like contradiction.
I also think this is naturally him though. Like LeBron is. Basketball fucking addict. Like
I love the fact that
he can't.
I feel like his son is literally. He feels like his son is following in his footsteps. His son is really good. I guess at his age, I really don't. I can't gauge what's really good at that age. But he looks good. So I think. I mean, he just solely happy. Like, yo, my little man is like following in my footsteps. I'm so happy about this.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like, you know, from you know, him being from him actually you know, being around his father, going to his father's game, I feel like at some point, even for himself, he's like, "Yo, I want to be able to, I want to be able to be great, just like my dad." So I feel like at this point right now, by LeBron coming to his games, you know, even being around him, I feel like if anything, that probably want to make him probably be better than his dad. I don't know if that will ever happen, but I just feel if I let's say for example, my father plays soccer. I mean, I'm a soccer fan, but I'm more of a basketball fan. But I know if I was to try to follow his footstep, I would probably want to be better than him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, yeah, the expectation is high. But at this point, it's a matter of him now to know rather, you know what? I want to show that, you know, I have my father's name. I want to be able to continue my father's legacy or even be better than him. So I'm looking at it from LeBron James Jr. standpoint.
Is that shoes that you feel that he can, like, live up to? Like, that's really huge shoes.
We can't call it. We can't call it. I mean, LeBron James is LeBron James. You ain't gonna find another Lebron James. Probably like maybe
that's an unrealistic. Like just like with Michael Jordan's sons. Like when they was in college, they went
They tried it.
But see, we calling them trash compared
They
to
was
Michael
pretty
Jordan.
decent.
No, they was trash to regular basketball standards.
Okay,
Nah, that ain't true, bro.
It was-
I don't want us
it was
to.
not
I don't want
good.
us to really
Oh,
drag the LeBron James, but I want to say this though: did we ever think there'll be someone considered as the GOAT other than Michael Jordan?
No.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like at this point right now, we don't know. If anything, we haven't seen anything from LeBron James Jr. So
It's not
I don't
gonna
know.
happen.
I don't
It's
know
not gonna
many.
happen, bro.
I don't know
Nah.
many sons that
It's not
became
gonna
better
happen.
than their fathers besides Steph Curry.
I haven't seen
What you
much.
saw,
I haven't
John?
seen much
Good.
from.
No, you mean you
Very
don't? You haven't
good.
seen.
I
any-
haven't
I haven't
seen-
seen.
you
I haven't seen a
seen
lot
any
for me to.
sons-
Like-
I haven't seen any sons in the NBA become better than their fathers besides Steph
No,
Curry.
Klay Thompson,
I would change exactly
Well,
what
yeah,
you said.
Would you
I
say
would change what-
Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant.
I would change what you said. I'm
You know what I
talking.
mean?
But
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
a
know.
few,
Like
there's
I
a
don't
few.
know of them. Like I don't know of Jelly Bean. Like I don't know his game to say
a
like,
pinnacle like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. They've been at a different pinnacle of basketball. It's not like they're just good players.
Mm-hmm.
Del Curry was a good player, but he wasn't as good as his son. Like I'm talking about, like you haven't seen nobody that's been
like a Michael Jordan
on
or-
top.
Yeah, like that's been on
Yeah,
top of
yeah.
the game and said, my son took after my steps, and he was on top of the game in his era too.
Just like I was,
Exactly.
yeah.
So you
I
never,
don't
obviously, you
know.
never. I don't think you're ever going to see that. Even like Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah,
his
Ken
pops
Griffey.
was
Yeah.
his pops was a good player, but his son Ken Griffey Jr. was better than his pops. And Barry Bonds was better than his pops, even though they were all good.
Yeah.
But they were better than their pops. So like I don't think I've never seen a player be on top of his game in any sport, and then his son be on top of that same game when they
Yeah.
finally got into the joint.
Like going back to what Ralph said about Bron being like you feel like he's taking
Contradicting?
contradicting. I don't think that because like you gotta look at it as a parent's perspective and another perspective to look at it too. Have you ever played organized sports
Yeah.
before?
I played
Nah.
high
Like
school
basketball
basketball
tournaments
one
and
year in
shit?
college.
Okay, so it's like you ever go to like your little cousin game or your little nephew game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you watch them, don't you feel like a sense of nostalgia?
Yeah, it's,
Like
it's,
when you were
it's-
their age, how you were in that age. So it's like that's how I look at it. I look at it as Bron, like you looking at your kid, like your junior playing. So you automatically you can't help to think about you when you was that
basketball is
age.
basketball, bro. No matter
What?
what age, if you hype about it, you're gonna be hype
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
but
That's
I'm
a
just
kid's
saying,
game,
especially
so, you know
watching
what
your
I'm saying?
kid's game,
50
it's like
years
you
old,
got
like wow. This shit
yeah,
is
but I'm just saying, especially watching your junior play, it's like you automatically gonna have that feeling like yo. I remember when I was his age, when I was on that exact same court doing, you know what I mean, doing what I do. So it's like, but on another thing too, as a parent, you're excited, you really excited.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, that's why sometimes I guess you gotta refrain from doing certain things.
That's in the layup
He's
line,
LeBron James, bro. It's like
Yeah, the
yo,
only problem
when you
I
see a
have-
basketball,
you never know what the fans
when you see a
was probably
basketball,
saying.
when you see a basketball, trust me, bro. I've been to a point like yo, you see a basketball, you
I don't
shooting
think
it up.
I've been to a lot of
You never see
AAU
somebody pop
games.
top.
I never see somebody pop top on the court enjoying the layup.
Yeah,
line,
because
bro.
they pops
I
wasn't
never see
LeBron.
that.
Yo,
Yeah, exactly.
You
'Cause
know,
maybe you
they
couldn't.
want-
That's
but-
adding to it.
But this is
though.
what I'm
That's
saying.
adding
Like
to
they probably want to see LeBron, bro. They
Yeah,
want to
and
see
it's
him
not
do something.
not even that, not
Alright,
even
but it's
just that.
supposed to be your
You
son's
know,
moment, though.
but you know what it is though. You probably be like if it was somebody else, like you said, if you see somebody that, you gonna be like, sit your old ass down. But who gonna tell it to LeBron?
No,
Real,
but that's
real.
one.
But I know
You don't
want
wanna
to
see LeBron dunk?
You just said you don't. You kind of regret the fact you named your son LeBron James Jr. because of the
Yeah,
attention. You can. He
Exactly.
has to
certain
live-
But
things-
now you're
I
bringing
feel-
it to him.
But I feel
But
like
it's
certain
already
things
said
you
and
can't
done,
help
though.
though. Like yeah,
no,
certain things you
because
can't help.
if he stays in the background, I believe he can let his son flourish on his own. Now, honestly, he's there. Like he's gonna be there regardless, and that's how a supportive father is supposed to be. But if you're not quiet about it, it's like you're bringing necessary attention to your son, and at the end of the day, what if he's not as good as what the
I understand what
the-
y'all
what the
saying.
world
that shouldn't take away from the fact that he's just motivating his son. Like I feel like I don't mean to make it black and white, but like with African American fathers like being involved, like the LeVar Ball and LeBron James, when they active in their kid life, people look at it as annoying, and it's like
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Why?
and it's not even that.
You
Yeah.
can't
Nah,
compare
nah,
LeBron
nah,
James
I'm not
to
gonna say that.
But-
no,
LeVar
but I'm
Ball.
just talking about.
It's-
I ain't comparing them two.
I
I'm
know,
just
I know,
saying.
but I'm
as
just
far
saying,
as
it's just
fathers
the
being
annoying
active-
level is like
No,
Nah.
lengths.
No, okay, but you gotta-
they try to put. I might even been doing that too.
What?
But I feel like they try to put a cap on how much support you're supposed to give
your kid.
child when you're a
Nah,
black parent. And
But
shit
I
like
feel
that.
like another thing too. I feel
DJ
like y'all
Khaled's
taking.
annoying with his son, but I
Yeah.
still fuck with it. I think
But
it's cool.
you know what
It's
it
more
is.
He's annoying
tolerated,
as
though.
fuck.
The fact
too.
that-
no,
the-
he's annoying. disappointed.
No,
Fuck
but
with his son.
it's
He's
tolerated.
annoying with his
But
son,
it's
bro.
tolerated though. Like they tolerate that more, and it's like
The fact that y'all taking out, the fact that y'all taking out of it is like, yo, he's a parent, like he's human. Like, yo, you see your son score. You talking about he's supposed to play the background, not supposed to talk. Yo, if you see your son dunk, you're gonna jump out. You're gonna jump out your seat. You're gonna be hyped.
No, that's
you're gonna
fine.
do certain
I'm
things.
saying that's fine,
I think
but
Rello's
joining the
argument is the
layup
fact
line
that
is a
joining
little
the
bit
layup
too
line is
much.
like a reach.
That was
So
a
he's
little
just
bit.
that one, just that
Just
layup.
that
line.
I
one
think
thing,
Rello
yeah,
like
that's
nigga,
kinda like
we know you
that.
could dunk. Don't do it. Like
I know. I think it
He
was
was
part
throwing
of
it
the,
off the backboard.
it was
and
part
shit.
of
I'm
the
like,
fucking
my nigga.
hyping up the crowd.
I think so. I'm agree with you. I think so.
He was showman. He was doing some showmanship.
That's what I said earlier. I feel like, they came and see him, and like I feel like they stem off that. Even the kids that's on the layup line. Oh shit, I'm on the layup line with LeBron.
Yeah.
All right.
and
gonna wanna play
look,
hard.
having
You play soccer,
LeBron
like-
James
No,
pass you the ball after
and
you
didn't
make
they
a
win
layup
by
or
like
whatever,
40
that
points?
feels
I already
good.
know what you're going to ask, but go ahead.
Exactly.
feels
You know. All right. Say you like soccer or your pops like soccer, right?
Y'all pops.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This nigga go. This nigga go.
Yo, maybe
So-
they didn't want people to know.
Let me ask you what I think you was going to ask. Go ahead.
I'll ask you first, and let me see if you know if it's that.
Okay.
Say the ball, bro. I say you play in soccer game, right? And the ball rolls to your pops. What your pop gonna do with it?
He going to start juggling that shit.
Okay, so what's that? Isn't that the same thing as?
It's not.
What you mean?
You on the sideline, you cheering the game, and the ball happens to roll to you. That's fine. But you in the warm up, nigga, the layup line, like, damn it, nah, come on, bro.
Some people just
Do
love
it
the
a lot.
game, man. Some people just love the sport, love the game.
Hey, yo,
It's just-
Quicks, you
You
ain't
got
low
love.
either, bro. I realized you wore a purple do-rag in honor of the Lakers.
I didn't
'cause of
wear it,
LeBron.
man.
Nigga said it.
Because
Bought
of
the
LeBron.
same
I
thing,
just
but
know
shout
that.
out to my man LeBron. Know what I mean? Purple and gold. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Definitely shout out LeBron, shout out his son Bronny.
I like everything the man doing, man, as far as motivating
Nah,
his
that
kids and
school
everything.
thing, that what
Oh,
you,
yeah.
what you call it?
shouts to
I,
that.
I
promise schools.
Yeah.
Oh, he is
Yeah, I
the
promise.
he is
Yo,
the GOAT for
yeah,
that.
it's official.
Yeah, nah, definitely.
He's a
That's
GOAT
a
because
huge-
I'm not gonna lie.
Michael
I was
Jordan didn't
fighting
do that
tooth
shit.
and nail. He's the GOAT.
he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Like
As
to
far
me,
as,
this move surpassed Jordan.
Yeah,
That's
I'm about
a
to say
fact.
that. As far as Jordan and LeBron comparison, he got a one up because of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nah,
Oh,
nah,
yeah.
big time
I'm talking about off the court, sure. I'm talking
Nigga.
about.
But what?
Overall. Boy, there you go. There, this one go.
Sorry to say. Sorry
There go
to
this
get
one.
on that. But let me ask you.
Oh my god.
Do you think? Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. So let me ask you. You don't think off the court stuff affects stuff on the court? Do you think? You don't think stuff that happens to people on the court doesn't affect them on the court?
Muhammad Ali, perfect person.
I can agree with that, but I don't judge people off the court stuff. And
But
how
do they?
doing
But
it.
is it?
It's
But
just
does it affect?
basketball.
Does it
Rello
affect
is
your
strictly
game?
stats.
So okay. So let me ask you: if somebody parent die and they go on the court, do you think that loss of their parent or whatever? Do you think that's gonna affect their game?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how come you feel like it wouldn't affect any?
No, but I'm not going to talk about who's better because of what he did off the court. If we talking about who's
He's going
better,
strictly
I'm saying
off
the
stats.
game.
Like-
Yeah, but I honestly tell you the truth. I think another thing that
I'm
people got
speaking,
need to add to
for off and on the court.
Yeah, but I think
It's
honestly,
two different things, though. You can't.
but
judge.
no,
Why
it's
not?
not. I feel like it's not because I feel like you gotta put like
So
the
every
fact that
athlete you judge them off the court as well as on the court.
yeah.
Nah, you don't. Do
You know
that
how
with- you don't do that. with
Hold
every
on.
athlete, bro.
KD,
No,
bro.
You don't do that
I
with
do
every
that.
athlete.
Actually, I do, but I did it with Kobe. You know why I started really? I loved Kobe always, but you know what made me love him more? When he could come out of court and come straight from court and give niggas 50 right off the right off your super.
Jordan did that when he had the flu.
What?
When he had the flu,
Okay, but another thing, going back to Jordan. What did we really in 90 from 90s to the 90s when Jordan was playing? What did we really know about Jordan?
Nothing.
Not
All
a
right,
fucking
but that's
thing.
come on, bro.
Oh,
That's a different
all right,
era.
we
There
got-
was no
we gonna
social
stay on
media.
this.
Wrap it up.
We gonna stay on this.
I'm going to start calling niggas out. Yo, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Yeah, we gonna stay on this
All
for
we
a
know
while.
about
You
was
can't judge those eras, bro, because social media.
Wrap it up,
was
wrap it up, wrap it up.
around, Mad different shit.
Social
Yeah.
errors.
We'll talk about that another time.
Wrap it up.
Moving on. I want to get on top of this Marquise.
Pause.
Big pause.
I want to get on top of this Maurice McGluckton. I thought we stopped doing that.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking
We
about,
stop now.
I'm talking about on air. Okay. I mean, if you want to do that, we can start. We can start. We can do
This
that.
nigga going to be petty.
No, this episode is going to be the no homo episode. Right now, 'cause we going to burn it up now.
No.
All right then, so chill. Let me do my thing. Maurice McGluckton's story, the black man that was murdered in a parking lot by a white man over a parking spot. What happened in the parking spot was some lady parked in a handicapped parking lot. A white gentleman by the name of Michael Dane-Ja, something like that. I don't know, can't pronounce his name, but came up to the lady in the parking spot. Her husband comes out. I guess he had a confrontation about you shouldn't be parked there because it's a handicapped spot. Husband comes out, pushes the white male down. The white male draws his gun and shoots the black man. The black man walks in the store, collapses, and he dies off of this incident. But basically, the white man was not charged. It goes under the stand your ground law because the white man, I guess, felt threatened for his life.
This is in Florida, right?
Yes, this is in Florida.
Of course.
So this is basically
crazy.
what happened, and this is like, something that's really going on. They're trying to prosecute him. But this is going under the stand your ground law, as I said in the beginning. So I want to get you guys feeling what the stand your ground laws is. Should there be limitations to this? With this instant, do you feel like he should be charged, or how you feel? How you guys feel about it?
It's similar to it's not similar, but it's the same guidelines of the Trayvon Martin case. I watched that last night.
Yeah, I watched it too.
That thing got me tight all over again.
Low key.
But it's a series, though. It's not
What did
just
y'all
one
watch
show.
it at?
No, it's on
BT.
BT.
It comes on.
Yesterday was part 1. Next week is part 2.
Yeah.
But
Gotta find
it's
that online.
it's similar to the same exact thing. Why George Zimmerman didn't get, I guess, prosecuted, or he got prosecuted, but he wasn't found guilty because of the stand your ground law. And I hate that law. I feel like they should just get rid of it because at the end of the day, it protects people who feel who can easily say, "Oh, I felt threatened."
Yeah, scapegoat.
And at the end of the day, no. If you ran, you could have ran at somebody. You could have threatened somebody, killed them, and just said, "I felt threatened." So at the end of the day, now you're not supposed to prosecute me or find me guilty because I said I felt threatened. When the person that's dead can't really defend basically say what happened or why they did what they did or whatever. Like, to me, that's the worst law I've ever heard. Like,
Isn't that law like in
I probably would have the most unlike answer to this.
Oh, really?
No, I'm gonna let you
Oh,
talk.
really?
But isn't that on that stand your
Saying
ground
about
law
women,
thing
he
on
good.
in
Saying
every
about woman, he good.
Oh, wow. Heard you.
Bang, bang.
Heard you. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that stand your ground law thing in it's in every state?
No,
or
no,
not?
no, no.
It's
So
not, it's
no.
not in New York.
Hell
It's not in New York.
Hell
It's
no,
in
you
a
know
few
people be
states.
dead.
Like
We can't
18.
have no.
It's in a few states.
We can't have
It's like
guns in
18
New
to
York.
20 states have this.
It's in a few
Like
states.
18 to
About
20.
2 Yeah, New York can't have that law because we can't even have guns.
We can't open carry here.
Yeah, there's no even. I don't
Can't
even-
conceal and carry.
yeah, there is no,
We
there
can't
is
have
nothing,
shit.
nothing with guns in New York.
Nah,
have to
you
be-
can have permit. You can have
How?
No,
if you was
no, you
assaulted,
can't. Where?
if,
You have
only
to
if he
work
was
somehow.
assaulted.
only if you assaulted.
Only if he
Oh,
was
really?
assaulted. That's it.
Oh.
Or a woman of
I know.
domestic violence.
I
or
know.
something
Like
that.
I know you got to go through a whole shitload of stuff to get a permit, a gun permit here.
Yeah,
but
if you're a
I know you
store
could get it.
If you're a store owner or off-duty agent, or
Yeah,
if
you
got
gotta
assaulted,
you gotta do
gotta have
interviews
valid-
and shit
valid
like that.
reasons,
Yeah, you
yeah.
gotta have an interview with a sheriff and all that type of shit. Like I don't know. It's a lot of. It's a long ass process.
I was-
What
I was-
you were saying when we finished?
Go ahead.
Nah, talk about the East.
Oh, all right.
That's all I want to know.
Go-
I just want
going
to know. I
back-
thought it was in all 50 states except for New York.
Nah.
Going back to what Quicks was saying, like it was similar to Trayvon, I would disagree because I feel like Zimmerman actually followed him and stalked him,
Yeah.
and that wasn't warranted. But based on the stand your
All right.
ground law,
Go ahead.
I want you to
I'll
go
push
off
you to
of
the ground.
the
and
video.
You pull your fucking gun out and shoot me after I just push you to the ground. Like I didn't. All right, you.
All right.
Like all right.
that's what the law says. Though.
letter of the law.
I'm gonna give you the fact
So you think
that
it's
yes,
okay?
You may
Well,
have
he
no,
thought
no,
it was
no,
okay.
no. Let me explain what
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying.
Let him fix.
I do not. I ain't fixing.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
I don't feel.
I'm fucking
I don't
with you.
feel like the law is good at all.
Yeah.
But based
That
on the
instant,
law,
was that warranted? You think
no,
that?
hell no. Somebody push you, you shoot them and kill them. I don't think so. But he is right to be free because of the law. That law is fucked up. These people know how to take advantage of it. So you can't really, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't his fault he got away with it.
If I ever moved to Florida,
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the
Pack-
thing. Because if
Have to, bro.
if a white guy pushes you and you shoot him,
you better not
Bro,
arrest me.
he
you
going
know
to
what I'm
jail.
saying?
Bro,
he going to jail.
you already know
man.
that story's going to go
going to
totally
jail.
the opposite
bro,
way.
That's a fact.
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Uh-huh.
You trust me. You don't have to convince me.
No, not you.
Sing it to the
No,
choir.
No, not you. No,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just speaking like in general.
Like,
I'm
they
saying
definitely
in a way
gonna
that I
twist
know
it up
you.
if it was a black guy and a white guy in that situation. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that, you know, I really hate to say this shit, man. I just hate the fact that he even put his hands on that guy. Because in Florida, if you black, and you attack somebody that's white, it's not going to work in your
But
favor.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to push him like that neither.
Understand though,
shit.
he was trying to protect his wife.
He pushed the shit out that
I
nigga.
understand.
And his two kids.
Trust me, I understand.
I was
Y'all
gonna-
be seeing all these videos. I don't be seeing.
Yeah,
it.
I understand it.
I put it in the chat, boy.
Yo,
Hypa guy.
I was gonna say,
Scroll up.
me looking at the video, I look at it from both sides. I look at it as, he came to the man's car. Wifey was in the car. His two kids was in the car. So at that point, I'm looking at it as staying your ground on the
his
black
part,
on the black man part, because he's coming outside seeing somebody approaching his wife's car. Now I feel like it kind of shifted over once he threw him on the ground. And honestly, the way he pushed him pretty hard to the point he could have hit his head. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just feel like now the white man probably felt like, okay, you know what, this dude's probably two times
stomp me out or some shit.
Yeah, so I feel like at that point it's
Niggas always scared.
it's like I feel he didn't.
Nigga ain't never lie though.
What?
He said
He's
niggas
always scared.
It's like
I feel
you're always
like
fearing for your
nothing. I
life.
feel like nothing came to his mind. Like I think he just panicked and he just realized he just put out the. I actually don't think he really said no. I'm just gonna. I feel like
I honestly
off
don't
rip.
think. I don't think he
Off
would have
rip,
pulled
he
out
fell.
his gun if it was another white guy though.
I was thinking that. I just feel like at this point, it's like once he fell and he realized, okay, you know what, I have a gun on him, I'm going to just use it. I don't even think he processed it because it happened so fast.
I just don't like putting the judgment of stand your ground law in the hands of the person with the gun. Like, so now you can judge when you feel threatened or not. Like, and you're putting the.
But this is what helps. The fact that he pushed him
that makes no sense.
warrants it.
What do you mean that makes no sense?
Bro.
So you trying to say you'd rather somebody else? Perfect example. Say say a burglar jumps in your house with you and your family in it. So you rather a cop make that decision to let them know that you wasn't fit for your life than you when you was in that situation yourself?
With what you said, you're invading someone else's space. And when I mean space, you're invading someone's household.
Kind of a different
that's
stuff.
a home invasion.
But I'm just saying, you
day,
stand your ground
you,
regardless, though. You stand your ground.
Standing your ground should be like on your own home property or some shit like that.
Okay, but listen, see, all right, so now you change the narrative.
But you should have the right to defend yourself anyway.
Hold on. That's what I'm saying. But now you change the narrative.
All right, so now what he did was okay.
So if I get into an argument with you and you just having a...
No, y'all taking it too...
Hold on.
I'm not saying that's okay.
No, you just said...
I'm saying if
you should stand your ground any way you want to. So like Rel said, if I get in an argument with you and then you just
and then you push me? No.
Oh, I stand my ground.
Y'all forgetting the point. Like he was assaulted.
Yeah. That's
you know what I'm saying?
So
if me and Rel have an argument,
it could have been a verbal altercation.
Yeah, but everybody ain't built like that.
Too.
Yep.
Everybody ain't built like that though. Everybody ain't built like that. He probably was so fucking scared. He like, yo,
old man too.
I felt his strength.
That's what I just said. I feel like
none of this could have been on video. He could have just cursed. The black nigga could have, the black man could have just cursed at the white man, and he said, "Oh, I felt threatened." Pop, and then it's the same thing as George Zimmerman. We don't know what happened that night, but we're just going.
No, we do know that he stalked him, and the cop said, "Don't."
Exactly.
So Zimmerman should have been in jail.
Yeah.
This situation
but at the end
is a
of the
little
day,
different.
He's not, and every situation could go the same exact way.
Yeah,
I don't agree with him shooting him.
I got a question.
I agree. They should have fought, tussled, or whatever. He shouldn't have pulled out a gun and shot him.
I got a question.
He should get like manslaughter or something like
definitely
that.
should change because like
if
you're going based on if you feel threatened, like eye contact does the same thing. You looked at me a certain way. I feel like you have the potential.
Anything could be
potential of doing something to me.
Eye contact, and you saying you standing your ground and you shoot somebody, you're going to jail, bro.
But
because you can't justify that. Oh, how did you stand your ground? What was
going on? If there's nothing on video, I can say whatever I want to say.
That's a fact.
To say, yo, I felt threatened. He approached me and he swung at me. I felt like I was threatened. I shot him.
All right, but you can't compare that to what the video saw. You saw the video.
Are you 100% right about? I actually didn't see the video. I agree with Rel, but I still ain't watch it. But I understood what happened, and I understood. Like I read what happened.
I just had one question. I feel that with that law, the stand your ground. So my thing is, based on this stand your ground, it's a matter of if you felt you were threatened or you have a fear, you can react.
Yes.
So
what for your life.
So how would it be? how would it be different from self-defense? Because you could be in a situation where you're defending yourself, but you acted the same way, or you could still have a fear and still defend
That's the
yourself.
same thing.
That's the same thing.
Same
Exact
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
so-
why I feel like that's that. Like you saying they should abolish that law or whatever. That's contradictory because I feel like if it was the other way around, like you protecting like say somebody like say he was protecting his family and he shot the nigga because like his family was in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He
So
would
it's
be
like
wrong.
I
If
think
he
what
shot
they-
him, that
I
white
think-
man, he would have been wrong too.
I think that's what they're saying.
it
They're
was
saying like
reversed and
if
he
he
shot the
came
white
out the
man,
store
man.
and saw that white man banging on the glass and he shot him, he would have been in jail.
well, no, he would have been in jail. But I'm just saying like, but that's the thing. Like you said, he physically assaulted him.
Yeah.
So that by the letter of the law, he didn't do nothing wrong.
Nah, if
And
assault
that's why I'm
gets you
saying the
murdered
law-
now, it's crazy. Bro.
the law-
a push get you murdered. It's
All right,
crazy.
but
I mean,
you
people get murdered
people,
up here
like, that's
for
what I'm
less.
saying. Like, yo, you act like niggas, like you act like shit is fair out here, nigga.
No, I'm not
like,
saying
so-
it's fair. I'm just judging off of this particular instinct. That's all I'm doing. This particular instinct that we're talking about right now, for him to get pushed and then
that
shoot
sucks.
and kill
That
somebody
shouldn't
off of a
happen.
push, that's injustice.
That shouldn't
That's
have happened
terrible.
at all.
Clearly wrong.
That shouldn't
But
have happened at all.
if we're going
But that
based
law
on
has
the
to be
law,
changed.
but if you're going on the law, then I mean he's gonna get away.
For that exact
Yeah.
reason is why I don't entertain road rage, bro. That's how road rage.
Well, you
shit.
shouldn't. You should
I
be.
got
you
a
should
whole
be
lot of that thing right there.
You should
I
be
don't
smarter,
entertain
yeah.
We in
bro.
New York.
whole
we
lot
good.
of that
We
thing.
in New York.
What you
That
mean we
shit-
ain't
that
we
law-
good, nigga?
that
That
law-
shit be
we-
happening in New York too, bro.
Well, we're better off than these states that damn near fucking 70%.
Isn't that
toting
crazy?
Guns.
They have the gun
It's like
laws.
the Wild Wild
They have
West.
to stand your ground laws. We have none of that, and like we're in a better
Yo,
position. It's
I'm
crazy.
Bro, you
I'm
can
Isn't that
imagine
weird?
New
Niggas
York.
in New York
have
cannot
that.
have no guns.
We
then.
cannot
What
have
happened?
no
Niggas in New
stand
York
your
can't
ground
have
in
no
New York,
New York
bro.
has some
okay,
guns.
but I'm just
ball.
saying. But even if
That
it's
should
like,
be
yo,
the Wild
We
Wild
packing
West.
right now.
It's actually that way already. If you think about it, bro.
Imagine if you
Or
could
not.
legally like kill somebody that you felt threatened by.
Forget it. It's over.
You
Well-
talk about the summers now in New York.
Facts.
but I feel like even now it's like, yo, you gotta watch yourself regardless.
This state is to protect older people. That's why the stand your ground
Well-
and all that shit is around because of old people. It's
Not
a
just, let's not
retirement
like
place.
let's not be let's not
Like,
let's not be PC. It's like honestly, all these
It's the
amendments,
NRA, man.
all these not even NRA. It's like, yo, all these like constitutions. It's not for black people. It wasn't made for us.
No, it ain't.
It's not made for us.
But that's
Like-
what I'm saying. Like
when
down
they
there,
have
it's-
amendments, my fault.
Go ahead,
when
go ahead,
when
go
they
ahead.
have amendments that have when they have amendments that say
Amendments?
when they have an amendment for you, they're saying like, yo, for black people or for women. That means, yo, that constitution wasn't really for you. They just adding you on. I don't think like maybe I'm
Saying you rock.
yeah
At
yeah.
the end of the day, you don't hear white man shoot white man though. This
Oh,
this,
here you
this,
go with this
this,
shit.
No,
this
please,
situation.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Here you
Please,
go with
don't do
this
that.
shit.
Please,
Here you
please.
go with
That's
this
it,
shit.
This
that's it.
situation has a lot. What are you talking about? This
That
situation.
happened.
Let me finish, bro.
Alright.
This situation has a lot to do with him being a black man. That's why that white man shot him, bro. It's not
Yeah,
just
I
a
agree.
white
I agree.
man shooting a
I
white
agree.
I
man.
agree.
So let me finish the statement. It's not just a white man finish a white man because he felt threatened mostly probably because that
He
was a black man that
yeah.
shoved him. And not just because you don't
was
hear
a
these
regular
stories
dude,
when just
yeah.
a white nigga just pulled out on a white guy just pulled out on
So
a
you
white
so
guy.
you don't so
that
so you
happens
think
very often, bro.
Okay, so you think if it was
Bro,
a
I'm
white
talking about
nigga,
these stories,
so-
bro.
so
if
if
it's an injustice, it's injustice. It shouldn't be a story just because it's a black and white thing. It should be a story. If that dude was white, it should be the same story.
They control the media. They don't broadcast it. The
But
media
bro,
broadcast
but bro,
bullshit,
going
bro.
by the letter of the
That's
law,
why you
it's
don't
not
see
an
it.
injustice though. He didn't follow the guy. He pushed the shit out of him. Like, and he's an old guy. He was.
I
like, you know
agree
what I mean?
that it was.
Is it fucked up?
the
Yes,
guy
it's
took
fucked
it way
up.
too
But the
far.
letter of the law, he followed it to the T. I mean, it's fucked up
Yeah.
that he lost his life, and it's fucked up that, you know what I mean, he was only trying to protect his family. But I mean,
Yo, I'm sorry, but not to cut you off,
What?
John. All I kept saying at that point when I was watching the video, I'm like, damn, had she not parked there, could have been.
you can't put
prevented.
that on her,
Can't,
bro.
yeah.
Not,
At
yo,
all, at all.
I'm not on her at all. I'm not. I'm just saying. This is just
Yo,
me
let the
thinking.
man explain.
That
This
is-
is how y'all niggas
Yeah.
get niggas bad.
I'm just thinking.
He
this
just
is
thinking
this
out
is just
loud.
me thinking. I'm like,
No,
damn.
I get it. I
You know
get
what
it.
I'm saying?
But
I'm not gonna say,
20
oh, that's your fault.
Yeah,
For all
I
you
get
know,
it.
she might be
She
thinking
probably,
that.
yeah, she probably living with that
Exactly,
type of, but like
They trying to
2020's
crucify you just
Words,
now.
son.
I know, no, I understand
Facts,
what
my nigga.
I understand what he's saying. Like, you know, but 2020's hindsight. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't say if I did this, if I did that. Like, like if
I'm just thinking
it's
out
like
loud.
it's basically like saying if my father didn't have sex with my moms, I wouldn't be born. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't do that. it just doesn't make. Like,
I know, but what I'm saying is we all be driving. So you know you're not gonna be parking in no handicap space. You just
but nobody thinks.
Even if you go into the corner store for 2 seconds, you know you're not gonna park.
Nobody thinks. Nobody thinks if I park in a candy. Nobody thinks if I park in a. Nobody, it's all good.
Nah, I parked in that shit, nigga.
Nobody thinking
ticket, nigga.
You're gonna go.
I got
a ticket. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. Nobody thinks like, yo, if I park at a handicap spot, I might get shot. Nobody thinks that way.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? That's an aberration. Nobody, like, that shit don't happen every day.
Rest in peace to Marquise McLaughlin, man. It's a horrible situation.
Rest in peace.
Man lost his life for
R.I.P.
something
A
simple
parking
as a parking spot, so that shouldn't have happened. But we're going to move on to a little bit lighter note. Once again, rest in peace to him. Kendrick Lamar has been a lot of controversy about that, on his performance on Power. I know some of us seen it, some of us didn't seen it, but to me, he did a really good job. But this raised questions for me about who do you guys feel like some of the best rappers that transition into acting? So who are some of the actors that you guys feel like did a good job when it came to transitioning from rapper to being an actor?
Junior can start.
Yeah, you can.
Why don't you go?
Cause I ain't ready yet, nigga.
I'll go.
But you ready to pick somebody?
Me and Hypa ready to talk.
I'm ready.
And niggas is like Junior can start.
I'm ready.
That's I mean, this
But go ahead,
is kind of
Dan,
lame.
you start
No
off.
topic. So
I
why not?
got a couple rappers. I threw it in the chat the other day.
Nigga cheating over here, by the way. But go ahead.
Nigga on Google.
Yeah, no, I'm
He
on-
going to his notes.
Yeah, I got a couple notes. You know what I'm saying?
That voice.
Nah, but
voice
a
is
couple
stupid.
rappers I like specifically that went into acting. Number one, I think, is Tupac.
Okay.
I think he was the best actor.
Dangerous. Stop trying to get out the man them thing.
Nah. Nigga, if he cheating, I'ma cheat too. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I think
Use
he
your
was.
brain dog.
I think he was the best actor, even though it was short lived. I think he was the best actor that went into the best rapper that went into acting.
Who, Tupac?
Tupac. It was a short-lived career because he passed away, but I think he was the best rapper that went into acting. And then to me, it's like I got Will Smith, Common.
So you put Tupac over Will Smith?
It was a short, like
Will
I
Smith
said,
is
it was a short-lived
actor
career.
first,
It was
fuck
a
that.
short-lived career,
Nah, don't say that. Will Smith was a
rap-
We
rapper,
know he
bro.
was a rapper first, but let's be real.
but it was a short-lived career for Tupac. So I put Tupac up there because I understand that you work at a craft, you're only gonna get better.
Yeah.
And yes, his life was cut short, so it stopped us from seeing how greater he could have been, because I felt like Juice was a great movie and Above the Rim was great to me because
Poetic Justice.
Yeah, Poetic Justice. It's like a lot of movies he just did great in. So to me, I feel like I put Tupac at the top just because, like, what he did in the amount of time. Because when did he die? 24, 25?
Yeah, around that.
Around that time?
95 or
25.
90. I'm talking about the year, 95 or 90,
So, like,
95.
I put him at the top. Then I put, like, Will Smith. I really like Common, actually. Like,
Common is great.
Yeah, I really like Common. And like, Will Smith is at the top as far as, like, right now. Tupac is at the top as far as, for me, as far as just.
He took all my answers.
That ass. My only, honestly,
Tupac
I don't
for
wanna-
me is
I don't
the
wanna-
only
Y'all
one.
thinking too
right
to
bubble.
the norm. Yeah.
The norm.
Give me a left.
Andre
Most
3000
Def.
is pretty good, too.
Most Def.
Most
Queen
Def is fire.
Latifah.
Most
Most
Def is
Def.
fire. Most Def is
Queen
fire.
Latifah.
Queen Latifah is fire.
LL Cool J.
That's facts.
It's a fact, but it's
T.I.
like I feel like niggas take it away from LL.
Nigga said, "Ant."
What you mean?
I like T.I. as an actor. I ain't gonna lie.
I like T.I. in American Gangster. He was pretty decent.
Tupac it is for me.
And then you got Ice Cube.
You got Ice Cube.
You got Ice-T.
I'll pass on Ice-
Ice Cube. What he did, that's fire.
No, but see, that's the thing. Y'all
What
only
he did,
y'all only, no.
what he
Y'all-
did, that's fire.
No.
Oh, I
Listen,
tell you,
listen,
no,
hold
Oh,
on,
we
hold
did
on.
yet?
Hold
Oh,
on.
we did yet?
Nah,
Boys in the Hood.
Again? He
Say
wasn't
that, bro.
Boys in the Hood, bro.
What?
Bro,
Boy,
Ice
so
Cube
about
wasn't
one
Boys in the Hood.
What? Ice
Doughboy?
Cube. Ice Cube, bro. What
Doughboy.
are you talking about?
Ice Cube was in Boys in the Hood. What are you talking about?
I am agreeing with you, bro.
Oh, I thought you said no. I
No,
thought
I
you said
said
no.
yeah.
He's not.
I said
he wasn't, boys.
Oh, I thought you said he
That's
wasn't.
up for that movie you gave him. Just over that one.
That was like
Boys in the Hood. That was
like
it.
1990.
No, that
What
wasn't
other
it.
movie
Friday
that
was
blank?
good. It was funny. I
Boy,
enjoyed that.
come on, boy.
No, but see, y'all
No,
judging
he got,
it. No,
He said, "Girl, bye."
you can't discredit it because it was this genre or that genre.
He wasn't even that good in those things.
He wasn't good
Yeah.
in Barbershop either.
Hell no.
Why?
I'm
No,
not
y'all
gonna
doing
hold
that
on.
because it's not a
Yeah.
drama. It's
Yo,
I'm
what's
not
that
gonna hold
movie?
up 'cause
What's
he
that movie
never-
he had with Vin Rames? That was shit. What was
Flex?
No, see, y'all niggas don't. Oh, well, y'all niggas don't watch movies like that. If that's
talk
the
about
case. But he went to Africa and he had the Vin Rames was shit.
What is the name of that
Damn.
movie? I know what
He
you're
had to
talking
kill a
about.
cow and all that because
I know what you're talking about.
Fuck, I forgot.
That's
the
the
name
case.
of
You
that
won't
movie.
go for one movie. You put DMX
No,
in it. Then
that's not
DMX
just one
is a good
movie.
actor. Then
Actually,
He's a great actor.
if you want to do that, nigga,
What?
or for one movie.
All right,
shit.
so
see, you
look,
contradicting yourself if that's the
How?
case. Because you like, yo, you're
I think y'all
automatically
not giving him
putting
credit
Kendrick.
because-
You putting Kendrick like.
No, Kendrick is. I'm not putting Kendrick in. I just said he did a good performance on Power that one episode. Cool, but he not in this discussion. He's not in this discussion. No.
Yo, I look at it like you just said. It's Tupac, Will Smith, and Queen Latifah.
How y'all putting Tupac before Will Smith, bro?
Because
Will Smith is like one of the.
No, but
if
Will
you take
Smith
out a
just
rap,
did bigger movies, bro.
Will
I
Smith
think
is
that's
one
what
of the
you're
best
looking
black
at.
actors. Period.
Yeah.
Even if you take out rap, he's just one of the best black actors. Period, bro. Period. Like
He
I'm
is.
talking about black.
But let's
So
actors,
Will is better
Even
than Jamie Foxx,
Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah.
fucking yeah.
Yeah,
What are
he
you
is.
talking about?
Yeah,
He ain't better than Denzel.
bro. How is he?
Denzel's like the GOAT.
No.
bro.
All right, so now we're talking about musicians and actors. Why is Will Smith better than Jamie Foxx?
He did movies that were better to me.
All right, what
he
was
made
better
me
than
cry
Ray?
in two
What was
movies
better than
already.
Ray?
Ali.
7 pounds.
Ali was not
7
better than.
pounds. Yo, sit your
you
ass down.
bugging.
Shut up.
You
Next
bugging.
next
Mission
topic.
Impossible.
Next topic.
Nah,
Next
y'all
topic.
bugging.
Next topic.
Pursuit
Will
of
Smith.
Happiness.
Will
Pursuit of
Smith.
Happiness.
All right,
Pursuit of
I'll give you
Happiness
that.
was
One
better
at a
than
time.
Ray.
One
Was
at a
better
time.
than Ray.
Let's move
Okay.
on.
Okay.
One at a
Pursuit.
time.
I give you
Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
One at a
move
time,
on.
But that's
please.
neck and neck. There's no other movies,
This nigga
bro.
said 7
Bro.
pounds is better than Ray.
Ray.
You
Shit is
bugging.
trash.
Bro.
You're bugging.
Okay.
You're
Hell
Let's
no.
let's go back to it.
no.
Let's go back to what Dane just said a
And
couple
then
of weeks
you got
ago. Your
Django.
opinion is your opinion.
Your opinion is
how you feel.
Your
How you feel is how you
opinion
feel.
is
Outta here.
How you feel is how you
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 feel.
got
Outta
Kendrick
here.
and you got
All right,
Will
one at a
Smith,
time,
bro.
one at a
No, how y'all keep saying that? I hate when y'all quote niggas on the wrong shit. Let's stop doing that.
I know you
already,
talk
I
about-
cleared that up already
Well,
with Kendrick
well,
Lamar.
no,
I
no,
never
okay.
said Kendrick Lamar is the best.
I know.
said Will Smith.
What?
Because niggas get me tight when they do that. I said Will Smith is to me is the best black actor, rap, period.
Okay.
Will Smith
Bro,
is the best black
I don't-
actor. He's better than Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx does not have nowhere near as catalog as Will Smith does.
I agree
You
with
are
that.
bugging, bro.
All right.
Will Smith is just to
I
me
agree
the
with-
best.
I agree with that.
Denzel, he's the best.
I agree with that. Only thing I said,
if we're talking about
only thing I
catalog,
said,
as far as rapper to actor, Will Smith is the best actor ever. If we're
But his
talking
music
about
catalog don't match up
No,
to
no,
these
no.
other rappers'
I'm
catalog.
not
I'm talking about both.
fuck all that.
That
I'm
catalog
talking-
with music and that
we
catalog with
specifically
movies.
talking
Y'all
about
not
a
from that
rapper
era,
turned
bro.
into an actor.
Will Smith was rapping, bro. Y'all talking about a different era. Will Smith was rapping, bro.
only said I like only thing I said that you on some bullshit is you saying
I like
7
I-
pounds
yeah.
is better than Ray. You're bugging.
I like 7 pounds.
Even if you like 7
Bro,
pounds, Ray was a critically
realistically-
acclamamed movie, bro. You can't
Realistically-
put that with 7
Ray-
pounds.
So was
Ray-
Ali.
Yeah, no,
Pursuit of Happiness
okay.
is better.
You can compare those two,
I like
but you
Pursuit
can't
of-
say
I like
7
Pursuit of
pounds. You
Happiness
can't
better
compare
than
7
Ray.
pounds with
bro.
Ray,
That's
bro.
disrespectful.
You can't do that.
7 pounds ain't even
You
better
can't
than
do that.
Django.
Definitely not.
We gonna be real.
Definitely not. That's not even a question.
I'll take Django over that.
Yeah, that's definitely
No,
not the
I
question.
felt like he.
That's why I was like, yo,
I
you
felt like he
you
meant
bugging.
Pursuit of Happiness, but he said 7 pounds.
I
And
did.
wasn't
You're
Jamie
right.
Foxx
I did.
in Ali?
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
But I felt like
And he was good in it
He,
too.
Yeah.
he
I
meant
meant
Pursuit of Happiness, but he said 7 pounds.
Oh, okay.
All right. I see you good.
Thank you.
So
See,
me-
that's a little
That's
better.
what friends are for, baby. That's what friends are for.
Y'all just wasted
My
10
man right
Y'all
here.
just wasted 10 minutes.
My man right here.
Yo, y'all just wasted 10 minutes.
That's the only time.
Like, I almost lost 7
Yeah.
pounds arguing that shit.
Yeah, that's what my eyes lit up.
That's
This
a
nigga
fact.
said 7 pounds better than
I
Ray.
definitely just wasted
Pounds.
10 minutes.
I said,
I like
Jeez.
7 pounds.
I was like, yo.
I'm not gonna hold you. I like that.
Niggas got vexed off of
I
that
give
comment,
Will
Rello.
Smith his
Facts.
props. Will Smith is a dope ass.
Niggas heard you
actor,
say
but-
7 pounds. Niggas got vexed.
7 pounds better than Ray? No, it's not that 7 pounds is cool. That's your opinion. I think it's trash, but I mean, that's cool. That's your opinion. But you saying it, you put it up with Ray?
bro. Ray is up there with Titanic and shit, bro. Like,
Come on, now you're Dean, bro.
He dragging it. He dragging
That
it.
make
How that's
drag,
dragging
drag,
it?
drag,
you make
drag.
it sound like Ray's the best movie ever. Type
Facts.
How is
It's
that
a very
dragging
good
it,
movie.
bro?
bro?
Yo,
It's not
alright.
no best movie
Ali
ever,
or Ray?
bro.
Ray.
Ali or Ray, June?
It's debatable. It's debatable.
Can't even
both.
ask him that.
I like Ali. I like Ali. I like
Ali.
Ali more than Ray.
Thank you. I do.
Ray's
Ray was
good,
a
but
really
it ain't
fucking good
It
movie.
ain't the best movie ever.
I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying it's better
Ali
than
ain't the
Ali.
best fucking movie ever either.
I never said it was. I never said it. I'm just comparing it to Ray. That was it. Never said it was.
You got beef or not?
I'm just saying.
We
son,
moving
I don't
on.
know
Ain't no
about
ease
that,
danger.
Ali.
We moving on. We moving on. We
so
moving
shit.
on.
Niggas got top today, boy.
Yeah, y'all caught me with that no homos, no gloves off right now. Boy. Yeah, we in
Out
here.
of all the rapper actors, I'll put Pac up there too, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yo, because of his short-lived the
Yep.
fact that he
The
died
roles he
early-
chose.
Yeah, the roles he chose, the
Yeah.
roles that he picked was really good. Like
Yeah.
like some was
It's not
like,
even a rose. I feel like the way he acted, I'm like, yo,
It
bro,
was like-
I forgot.
Nah,
you were a
it
rapper,
seemed
bro.
like people shit on rappers
forgot
that
you were a
do
rapper.
comic stuff.
Nah,
That's why
I'm
they
not
don't
gonna
really.
lie. I'm gonna have to defend.
count
I'm gonna
that.
have to defend Rello on that, bro. I love the Pac movies, but the Pac movies, other than that one where he was a cop or whatever, that druggy cop.
I think
It was not no big. It
Gridlock.
was Gridlock, but it wasn't no roles that it wasn't like. It was just him being like a regular guy.
Nah,
Like,
Poetic
Will
Justice
Smith,
was different.
Will Smith
Poetic
played,
Justice was
Will
different.
Smith played a gay guy. You know what I mean? Will Smith had different
yeah,
like.
always going back to this gay guy.
But yo, it's hard.
But
nigga, I
acting
would
gay
think,
is
like,
not the pinnacle of being great. As an
I'm not saying that.
Thank
I'm not saying that. But it's a different role, especially if you're not
Okay,
that.
Yeah, and so was Tupac when he was doing Bishop and then Poetic Justice. Those are two.
So you-
Those are
completely
gangsters.
different-
So you could
He wasn't no gangster in Poetic Justice.
He
bro.
wasn't.
But
bro.
no. But I'm just
He
saying.
was a
like,
family
he was
guy.
a
he's
working
a family
man,
guy.
bro.
Yeah,
Huh?
but I'm saying.
you could kiss a nigga and make it feel believable.
No, I think that's
All right
gay.
then. So give him some credit.
That's
then.
gay.
Give him
No,
some
no, I
credit.
think that's real.
Okay,
I
so
think
give
you're
him
right
some
about
credit.
that.
I think
So
that's
give-
really.
Give him some credit, bro.
Let's not go there. You
Give
see, you
credit
trying to
where
hang
credit
me.
is due. Give credit where credit is due, bro.
See what
Give
you doing
credit
here,
where
bro?
credit is
I
due,
thought you was
bro.
my man, bro.
It's
See
hard.
what my man.
It's hard to do those
That
kind of
nigga's-
roles, bro.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
So
yeah.
he
Bro.
plays the gay man. He's
He's amazing.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
saying that.
Clean.
I'm not saying that. He played a boxer. He played a boxer.
That's
He
something
played
on the
he played-
resume, though.
That's what I'm
Something on
saying.
the
It's
resume.
different. It's different. Like you don't see Will
Yo,
Smith.
the
When
man
you watch-
died.
So if
The
that's
man
the case-
died before he could do
Ving
anything
Rhames
else.
and Wesley Snipes should be the best because they did that drag queen movie, right?
Nah, it's
What's
All
that
right,
shit
moving on,
called?
moving on.
You
moving
doing
on,
spinning.
moving on,
Now,
moving on.
You
They not
spinning.
good, though?
You doing spin moves.
Nah,
Like,
that ain't
you-
no spin
you
move,
spinning
man. That
moves.
shit
Yeah.
don't make
Nigga
him
said
great.
Ving Rhames,
No,
nigga.
you-
That shit don't make him great because he did a gay role.
What's
I'm
Come
not
on.
saying that, but he's doing different. He's doing different types of movies.
Bro,
When
if
he do
Tupac was
every
alive,
movie-
we wouldn't know what he would have done.
Bro, every movie I love Tupac. I love the movies that he made.
Bro.
But every movie that he made,
June.
you knew it was Tupac on the screen, my nigga.
You
Like,
arguing with the
when
nigga
you
that
watching
brung
Will
up-
Smith in a movie, he played Ali. Yo, there was movies and you was caught in the movie so much that you thought Will Smith was Ali, bro.
I didn't think of Tupac as Tupac in Poetic Justice.
Bro, you didn't look at him as fucking Lucky in Poetic Justice, nigga. I looked at him
Yeah, I
as
did.
fucking.
Yeah, I did.
All right,
He was
well,
a dad
Yo,
Yeah, all right.
working
Like,
at UPS.
all right, wow, that's a big, or so big. That's so big. Like you.
yo,
June, you a hater.
the
dog.
man
I'm
brought
not
up,
a hater, bro. I
The-
love Pac movies.
June, the
But I'm
man
not gonna
brought up
sit-
Hollywood Heart, bro.
Huh?
Hollywood
Yeah,
Heart.
out of everybody.
Let's move on.
Yeah, because y'all
Hollywood
niggas saying
Heart.
he's great because he played a
He's
gay
going hard.
man.
But that's what you heard. That's the only thing you
Come on,
heard.
man.
I'm
All right,
talking
so,
about he played.
all right, so
He played a boxer.
You know, that's funny.
He played.
That's funny.
He played.
You know what's funny about
what?
that? Because Heath Ledger did the same thing and everybody called him great.
Heath
What?
Ledger's
With
great.
Joker?
Joker
He's
was
great as-
phenomenal.
Bro, y'all gonna listen
Talking
to
about
me.
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain. Yeah, I know what
But
you're talking
I'm
about.
saying that he was great when he became Joker. To me,
That's
But
everybody
people-
though.
listen, bro.
Like, he wasn't
People
great
felt-
in Brokeback
Yeah,
Mountain.
People
Right.
felt
I
like
didn't
he
watch
was.
that movie, by the
People
way.
felt like he was great in Brokeback Mountain because that movie, contrary to what y'all feel, got the most awards.
Yeah, but it was a good ass movie though to some people. That movie was nominated
Was
for
it good to
awards,
you,
bro.
bro?
I didn't watch it, but it was. I'm not taking no credit up. Look, just because niggas play gay in the movie, don't make it a
I think
trash
you- but
movie.
I
we
didn't
don't want
say
to
that.
watch
No,
it.
no, no.
but it
I didn't
doesn't
say
mean
that.
that's
I
a
didn't
trash
say that.
movie.
I'm just saying.
It could have been a phenomenal
I'm just
movie.
saying, like, people say that, like, when you do outlandish roles, they automatically say you did a good job because
It
you
was
completed the
outlandish.
movie.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not.
They're not saying it all the time because you did such a great fucking job.
What? That's not true. That's
I
not
think
true.
if it's
When you
trash,
play an
it's trash,
outlandish,
bro.
when you play an outlandish role, that shows that you had to get into character because that's not in your
That's
that's
the
not
point.
in your
All right, so
personality.
going back
Hence
to what y'all
acting.
saying about Denzel
What?
being the greatest, he can't be. It got to be what's this dude
Who?
name? That played Edward Scissorhands.
Johnny
Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny
You talking
Depp.
about black
Well,
dudes. though.
okay, but I'm just saying.
There's a lot of white actors.
We talking
out
about
there
rap
better.
acts.
You want to go there because a lot of white actors I feel is even better than Will Smith.
I just feel like sometimes
with
playing an
Denzel-
outlandish role is a cheat code a little bit, bro.
But Denzel played different roles. Denzel played the bad guy. Denzel played the like you said the parent. He played the parent that's gonna lose a kid and how he's gonna react.
But see, you just
Denzel
said
gonna
about
play an
Tupac.
athlete in
How is
Hurricane.
that? But you just
What?
said about Tupac. How is that special? He's a dad.
No, but he's playing different. I'm talking about different roles. I'm talking
nigga,
about
Tupac died. He couldn't play no more roles.
What? Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's why you can't compare it to
but,
Will Smith.
But my disclaimer at the
That's why you
beginning
can't compare him
was
to Will Smith, though.
for
He was
the-
talking
for
about
what
catalog.
he did while he was alive was great to me. Where I will put him number one, and this is specifically rapper turned actor. Because
I respect your opinion, but I have to decline.
Let's move on.
Moving on. Y'all comment down below. Ali Similar Podcast
I watch a lot of
on
movies, bro.
Instagram. Ali
Please
Similar
comment.
Podcast
Me too.
on
I watch a
YouTube.
lot of movies,
No,
so
man, just
I
because
don't
nigga
Comment
play a
down
gay
below,
role
let us-
don't make
That's
Let
that
not
us
true.
know how
And
you
the
feel
Heath
about
Ledger
that
shit is
one.
not true. I feel like the shit that put him on was Joker.
We moving on though.
Whatever. Go ahead, man. Fuck, man.
No, bro, wait, we
I
can't. Wait,
feel-
hold on, wait,
Nah,
sorry,
nah,
wait.
moving on.
Bro, Brokeback Mountain put him on, bro.
All right,
Alright,
cool.
but
It definitely
everybody-
Fair.
Yeah, all
He
right.
feel Joker, you feel Brokeback Mountain. That's it.
I don't feel none of that.
He felt that broke back.
None of that.
I did that on purpose.
I feel none of that.
I thought y'all was going to go again.
That's gay.
I keep it up with the kids.
Yo, moving on. I
You
see
gonna
this-
get canceled off of Apple Podcasts.
I see this comment on a lot of people's page. I don't know. Everybody started posting this, but I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this. This is a big social media topic. When dating someone, if you don't hear from them from an entire day, is it an issue? So if you're dating somebody, you don't hear from them for the entire day, is that considered an issue for you from the male's perspective?
Who would like
Yeah,
to start?
I'll
Because
start.
nobody's starting right now.
I'll start. If I don't hear from my girl all day, yeah, I'm gonna be a little. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna feel a little way. Like I ain't cross your mind all day.
What
Okay,
if she?
love,
What if she
enjoy.
crosses your mind, but she just doesn't have to hit you up?
Nah,
Have
you hit
to?
me up. You hit me up. Like, I don't.
bad terrorist.
Nah, like
You gonna motherfucker hit
you
me
gonna
up.
hit me up. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
or else.
Like I just feel like that's the era we in. If we don't hear from our girl, or if you're a female, you don't hear
Significant
from a
other.
guy, whatever, you gonna feel a certain way if they don't hit you up.
What
You'll
think?
feel a certain way if you don't get a like from some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit is petty now, but that's just the way it is now.
What you
You
think
know what
about
I'm
June? What you think about that, June?
Yo, why me, bro?
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yo, why me?
Because we want to hear what you got to say.
There you go, all that type of shit.
June, like, I don't care.
There you go.
Lob City.
I think
Next.
he cares.
Care about what? What do I care about? Let
gotta-
me know.
You
So
got
you talking to Shorty and she
A day?
you really feeling her? Whatever. I'm talking about y'all talking for 2 years.
Okay. a day?
She don't hit you up in one whole day. You're not gonna.
All right. See, this is what I'm different than y'all. If
This
you want
I'm
to talk
asking.
to,
I'm asking.
if okay, if you want to talk to her, you call her. Pick up the phone, call her. Say, hey, how you doing? I don't see what you doing. A test? See if she gonna call you?
I
All
think
right.
that's
so
what the
you
question was based
you
off
you
of,
never
though.
play those games.
Probably not. If you want to call, if you feel like honestly, if you think about your shorty, you should call her.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I agree.
Okay, but if she,
I agree, but all right, you call her on Monday, cool. Tuesday, you call her again. Wednesday, what happens?
I didn't know the context of this question. I just thought if you at work and whatever and you didn't hear from
if
her
she
all
ducking,
day,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's different.
you ain't
If she
hear from
No,
her
the same
all
thing.
day,
She-
period.
if she
You ain't
ducking
hear
your
from her all
calls,
day.
or what?
Because sometimes it becomes a situation of just like, all right, cool, I hit you today. What happened tomorrow? Like, all right, cool, I hit you tomorrow. What happened the next day? Like,
all right,
I
it
don't
goes
think
to
I look at it like
it goes
that.
to communication.
I mean, I just
Nah,
feel like,
I think it's the severity of the relationship. Because if it's some new John that you now talking to, whatever, y'all talking for 2-3 months, and I don't hear from you for a day or vice versa, like
That's not nothing big.
Shouldn't care.
I'm at work or some
I'm,
some shit.
I'm
whatever.
talking about my girl though. Like when I was
talking
asking
about
the
if you're in a
question.
relationship or if you're married. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years down the line, whether married or in a relationship, and you don't hear from them that one day.
That's awkward.
It's weird.
So if you're talking to somebody for 2 to 3 months, back and forth, everyday conversation, and then one day she don't hit you up at all,
Nah,
don't say nothing to you at all.
You
not feel?
can't take nothing into
I'm
it.
good, love, enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
It's
would-
not, it's not,
I
to
would
me, it's not
different
a
on
big
that. Hyper, how you feel?
Dead ass?
Big different. Go ahead.
3
How you
months?
feel? Big different, bro.
Oh shit, you different.
Once I form a kind of communication,
Fuck
with
with
you,
me, you stuck with me. That's
not
real,
even.
nigga.
Once I form a conversation with you and form a
Locked
certain kind
up.
of commute,
Won't
certain
let
kind
me
of.
out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hyper, go ahead.
Before he starts, I'm a little different though. It's like I'm not the average clingy kind of person. So sometimes I
Yo,
need
fuck
that.
you, man.
Hold on. Let him finish. Let him finish. Hold on, let him finish.
Why you trying to set me up like you got something to say, nigga?
What do you-
I
so,
want to see
hold
where he's going to go with this. I got something to
Hold
finish.
on.
I got
See,
something.
I got a question.
Nigga in his feelings. Nigga in his feelings.
Anyway,
What he gonna
This
say?
nigga deeper than Drake, bro.
Look at it like this.
Holy shit.
No, I'm
I'm trying
trying
to help you because everybody
Alright.
talking.
Let me
Everybody
ask you
talking at the
this.
same time. So I'm
I
like, yo, let him finish.
already
Let him
see
finish.
where this is going.
Look at him.
trying to.
Nah, no. You see, look at it. He's in his feelings, though.
I'm in my feelings.
Sit your ass down.
But he
nigga.
know exactly what you about to say, too.
Well,
No,
what
I'm
about
two
about,
niggas
no,
know.
no, I was about
Yeah.
to say I know him and I know you. So
Nigga, I'm
Alright,
like,
let me
everybody
ask you
talking,
this.
so I'm like, hey, let him finish, let him
Now,
finish.
nigga.
Exactly.
I dad forgot.
He was so
You
much
said-
in his
you
feelings
said
that he
2,
forgot what he
3
was
How
going to
much
say.
time I'm trying to talk and you talk about watch this.
What you mean? Who said watch this? Look at you.
Nigga,
You and your, look,
bro.
everything just popped in his head. Look
It's
at
not
this nigga.
everything ain't come. I'm
All right,
trying to
you
talk.
stop talking. Go ahead.
I'm trying to talk, but you ain't letting niggas rock because you like to chat.
Alright,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Now I
Yeah,
forgot.
I like to chat.
Just to
Yeah.
Now
jog
I
your
forgot.
memory, you
Yeah,
said,
like
all
a
right,
chat.
2-3 months. I'm not the
Corny.
clingy type of person.
I'm not the type like real talk. Some days, if you don't want to talk to me in like a day, whatever the case, I'm like, all right, maybe she just ain't feel like talking to me today, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. And that's another thing too. You don't want to saturate the shit too much to where it's like, damn, she's hitting me up all the time. It's getting boring. This is repetitive. You can space it out. I'm okay with that, and that's all. That's the only place I was going with that. I don't know where you was going with that, bro, but that's for another topic. Go ahead, Rello.
no, I'm good because niggas not let me finish. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I was waiting for y'all to finish.
I'm done. Yeah, go
Wait,
ahead.
Hyper, let's go, brother. What you got to say?
Well, Dane-Ja said marriage, so I'm just gonna go off my experience.
Marriage is
That's the key word. Oh no, not bro. If you're married,
because honestly, dating.
Nah, if
if
you're
I,
married,
if I don't hear from, if I
hit me up every 3 hours, nigga.
well,
Shit.
actually,
What's dating to y'all?
I'm gonna say this.
I'm
I'm gonna
gray
say this.
area. I'm
Levels,
me
levels.
being married with my wife, knowing that I'm coming home with her, I'm coming home to her, she coming home to me. There's times we don't hear from each other in a day. A few times, but
Wait. Rewind that.
No, that's fine.
Wait,
because I'ma
there's
see you at
there's
the end of the
times
night.
yes,
that you guys don't communicate at all throughout the
At
whole
all
day.
through the-
Yes.
and I'm
Okay,
comfortable with that
I hear
because
that, I hear
of
that.
what he just said. He's married. I'm gonna see you at the end of the night. Like what? I'm supposed to just always hit you? It's
Yeah,
it's
It also
and-
depends
and-
on your
and- yeah.
your relationship
exactly,
too.
and it's nothing personal because she's busy throughout the whole day. So sometimes she tells me she don't even have time to even be on her phone. She don't even have
Exactly.
time to
Yeah.
take lunch.
That's true.
And
and
my
that-
industry
that's just
is
being
different.
understandable.
Yeah, so like I said, man, I just feel like from my experience, it's nothing personal. It's nothing like, oh, why didn't you hit me up today? But as far as dating somebody, if it's somebody that you ain't hear from, like if I hit you Monday, I hit you Tuesday, I hit you Wednesday, now is at a point. Okay, you know what? Part of me is gonna want to see. Okay, I don't want to be the only one that's showing interest because
You don't want to show like you're thirsty.
yeah. So 'cause especially if we're dating,
And it's funny too.
I feel like
other people will consider that games. Like, oh, I don't want to show that I'm more thirsty than you or some
Nah,
shit like
I
that.
look at I
That's
look
true.
at I look at
Games.
it. I look at it as
Goes
a
back to our topic though.
I believe in connection. I believe in really connecting with somebody and making sure we're on the same page because I don't want to feel like I'm into you more than you into me because that's already gonna start throwing red flags in my eyes.
Well,
Like,
we got a man by the name of Rello. He said, I'm talking to you back and forth for 3 months. If I don't hear from you for one day, I feel away.
Yeah, but I'm not finishing. Move on.
No,
Anybody?
go ahead.
Go ahead. That was the alley, bro.
Y'all gonna let me finish?
That was the alley.
That was the alley.
That was the alley.
Nigga, why you looking at me for?
Because you was cutting me off last time, nigga.
How I cut you off?
You was, I don't know what you was doing. You was singing some song or some shit like that. Man.
Oh, I ain't cut you off though.
You said locked up.
Yeah, I didn't cut you off though.
Don't finish, nigga.
I didn't cut you off that. I didn't.
Anyway,
Hilarious.
I didn't cut you
Anyway.
off.
Oh, man.
that's why I asked what dating means to y'all, because dating could be going in a lot of different situations.
So-
I don't know what dating means to y'all.
All right,
but-
so what it means to you?
I mean, dating, if you're talking to somebody for 2 to 3 months and you're dating them and you're taking them serious and you guys have, conversation each and every day.
It ain't solidified yet.
Basically, to me, if I build a certain kind of connection and conversation with you every single day, I'm expecting that conversation to continue every single day. So if it doesn't continue, then that's a problem. That's just like any habit that you grow into. If you fucking doing something every single day and then you don't do it, you're gonna feel like, yo, what the fuck?
What's
I
going
forgot.
on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't do that. So that's
but
my
at
look
the
at it.
same time, dating could also mean you just dating different people. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to
Date that one.
Nah, I'm just talking about one
Yeah.
particular person.
But
I'm not
that's
talking
what
about a whole
bro was just getting into that. He was like how everybody has different criteria on what dating is.
Yeah.
So I kind of get what you're saying.
Darren, did you answer?
What was the question again?
You talking about the question with the dating if you don't hear from
If you
a
don't hear
person
from
all day long.
your girl or your
It
shorty,
depends on how long. If it's just some 1 month, 2 month thing, like it's not a big deal if you don't hear from them in a day. It's just like let you breathe. You want to breathe? Go ahead, breathe. I don't have no problem in not hating you.
from your girl, your shorty.
Wifey is just
Yeah.
like no. Who? I woke up today.
That thing's
That
that.
didn't hit me. Did I say good night last night?
Yeah, it's a problem.
Did I say good night last night? I want to hear the same thing in the morning time. Good morning. How you doing? And I mean that's wifey thing. So like I've been in that situation and I've had problems with that situation.
No bueno.
That's that. You think that thing is crucial? I don't know. Like,
No,
like the
Yeah,
good
some
morning.
people
and-
still
is
play
it-
that game,
nah,
bro.
Nah, it's not about.
I
It's
think
not
that's a
about
forever
a game.
I
but
think that's a forever trait where you want to hold. Like
Good night,
I
good
say
morning.
good
People
night,
gotta
like
feel-
say good morning. If I say
saying?
good night, if you say good night, I'm gonna say good morning.
Oh, really?
Those are
I
just
I
important
think that's
to
a
me.
great.
I never
thing.
thought about it. That's why I'm asking. Like, I
Nah,
never thought
like
about that.
honestly, I'm gonna tell you
Both
the
people
truth,
wanna
bro.
feel-
That shit, at least in my relationship, it matters because we showing each other our interest is not flating.
What do you
know
mean?
what I'm saying? Like
Deflating, or
like deflating,
I
yeah.
understand.
So like as long as like I flirt with my girl like she ain't my girl.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
That's,
I also good morning, babe. How you doing?
uh-huh.
I do that because I'm used to doing it now.
Uh-huh.
So like if I go like a day with if I don't do that,
She
it's
knows
going
the
to be a
problem.
little weird. Like
She gonna feel it's a
he
problem.
wakes up before me.
Uh-huh.
He normally says good morning. Why didn't he do it this morning? Like you know what I'm saying? It's a
It's a routine.
it's a
kinda.
routine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Even with like to me, it's like all right. If you say good night, I'm gonna say good morning. If I say good night, you say good morning. It's just like
It's the thing
to me.
you
it's,
got.
it's just something that you do because at the end of the day, I'm the last person you talk to before you went to sleep. I want to be the first person you talk to when you wake up, or
makes sense.
vice versa, or whatever.
That's the logical way of thinking about it. Like Rel was saying, if you're doing something every day on a routine and it just suddenly stops, of course that's going to raise an
that
alarm.
shit is a huge red flag.
But
Yeah, but I don't feel like you should just jump to conclusion.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
You know
red
what I'm saying?
flag.
I just
'cause
feel
you can
like
easily communicate that, right?
well,
my man.
that's
No, man.
like
That man turn to MC.
I guess
you're a DJ anyway. That's regular. You're a DJ.
I
It's
guess
regular.
I'm not saying it's a jump to conclusion situation.
So
I feel like maybe you know what I'm saying.
So what would
it'll
you
just
think?
Be weird.
what would you think?
I'll just be like, damn, she woke up and didn't say good morning.
But it's gonna bother
I
you
ain't gonna
until
say-
she finally say it.
No, I'll just say something. I'll
Yeah,
be
but
like,
then
yo,
it's
why
gonna bother you that the fact that you had to say it.
It'll bother me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be like, oh, she would. I'm not going to think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
I don't know,
she must be.
not jumping to conclusions, but it's going to be an issue for you to say, like, yo, why didn't you say good morning? Like, it's a
I'm
question.
going to let her know I'm bothered by it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like,
Gotcha.
hey, babe, what's up? Like, everything good? I ain't get my good morning. You know, I need that in the morning or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Big things. Moving on.
Wait, I don't think Dane-Ja went.
I did.
You
did?
He did. He taught the thing.
Look at his
Remember
name.
when
He wasn't listening.
him and June was going
Seemed
back
like I
and
was
forth?
drinking
for,
tonight. I had
Um,
water.
I want to get a little
missed
bit
that whole
personal
shit.
with the. I want to get a little bit more personal with this next topic here. I want to find out from you guys because I feel like I had this moment in my life. What was the biggest pride moment you guys ever felt in your life, and how did you overcome it? Because I feel like a lot of times we have pride in different situations in our lives, and you know, there's times that we have to get over that pride. You know, to get into any situation or to move on from a situation. So just give me one of the moments that you guys thought that you had a pride moment, then you realize, you know what, I got to push my pride aside and get over this moment.
I got one. To me, my biggest pride moment was like more of a professional thing for me. It was like I'm an entrepreneur, and I look at that as like the biggest thing that ever happened to me. Like, I'm a photographer, graphic designer, videographer. But being an entrepreneur, you're gonna go through months where it's just like, all right, this shit ain't clicking the way I would love it to click. So for me, I think the biggest pride moment was like, yo, put your pride aside and say, fuck it. You might need to do something else just to make sure your bills are paid.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit bothered me from the fucking second I said, do something else to make sure your bills are paid. Because I always felt like I wasn't, like, there where I can pay. like I was paying my bills. I've been living on my own and whatnot for like seven years, paying my bills, just getting by. But my biggest issue was, all right, I'm just getting by. So for me, it's just like, all right, I need to just be where I want to be, where I can splurge, I can do what I want, I can invest back into my business. I need to make more money. But my business is doing good, but it's not doing great where I can do that. So just getting another side hustle that has nothing to do with my passion was like my biggest pride issue. It's just, it hit me to like, I was like, all right, I need to do this hustle. This hustle is going to pay whatever I need to pay, my bills, my rent, my this and that. But I could still work on my passion. And to me, that was like my biggest pride thing for me. I don't know if that's part of the criteria or something like that. That's what you're looking for. But to me, that was my biggest pride thing. Like it bothered me for the fact that I need another hustle to pay my bills when I've been working for so long for myself, and I was paying my bills, but I just wasn't above where I wanted to be or whatever. So that, to me, that was my biggest pride thing.
Got you.
What? Dane-Ja, got the thing?
Oh, I'm somewhere down the same line as him. But it's more so of I just had to I'll be honest, I had an ego, son. I had to just drop it a little bit. Like, in my mind, I know I have charisma, I know I'm good at what I do, and I thought that alone would get me where I need to go. Mm-hmm. And when you work in this entrepreneur world, if that's even a word, when you work in this business, that's actually the least of what you need to do to get you where you want to go. But my biggest pride that I had to kind of let go is just like, overall, just like, it doesn't hurt to like reach out. I'm saying that, I know it sounds like, damn, you couldn't just reach out, my nigga. Like, nah, this is why, I don't know, this is if this is a reason why my ego was inflated, but as long as I've been doing this DJing and stuff, I've never had to reach out to anybody. Like, my talent and my craft, I did it so good to where it's like, yo, who's this guy, DJ Dane-Ja? I need to put him on. I would get hit up from any social media site to them reaching out to me through my number, and it always worked. And then for some reason, it's also another stepping stone, another learning lesson when it comes to this entrepreneur business. You would make as much money as hard as you go. People feed off of that energy. So the less you work, it's really a hustle. The less you work, the less money you're gonna make. The harder you go, people feed off of that. All right, this guy is working. He's putting that work out there. They feed off of that. They want to hire you. They want to give you business. So overall, like, the whole pride thing, I just had to let go of, like, yo, bro, not everybody's gonna reach out to you. You can take the initiative, even if it's somebody you don't know, even if it's just through a mutual friend. Because, you know, some people have certain things over their head, like, yo, bro, you sucking, you asking everybody for this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to lie, like, I never had that mindset set in my mind also. I had to just drop all of that, like, yo, bro, all this pride shit really does, like, the word pride, it's like, it has more of a, it's positivity in pride, but I feel like there's more negative in it. Because I feel like the more pride you have, it blocks a lot of blessings, elevations, aspirations. It blocks a lot. Yeah. It blocks a lot. So like, I'm piggybacking off to what Darren was saying. It's like, it's a lot of shit you're just gonna have to do that you don't feel like doing.
Yeah, big facts.
Yeah.
Hypa, talk the thing.
Well, because I have a brand just like Dane-Ja and Darren, I could easily relate to that. You know what I'm saying? But I'ma just go left with mine, because throughout my whole life, I've been basically with my with my wife now. I've been with her for
been with your shorty.
I've been with her for God knows when, ever since we was teens, and I can definitely say, man, we had a bad fallout. We had a bad fallout where we didn't talk for a year. No communication for a year. This is somebody that I've been with since I was young until I got, grown. And at some point in my life, I just felt like I said in the back in a couple of episodes, I felt like I was incomplete, because I feel like this is somebody that I really felt like, okay, this is probably the ideal girl that I can see myself with. But because we had a bad fallout at the time, I just really had to sit back and just think about all the times that we had, you know, good moments, bad moments. And part of me was like, I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on something that I know that could really be good for me in the future. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me not reaching out to her will be a fuck up for me because I know she's a good person
So
at
you
heart.
felt that's where your pride was, and then you had to drop that.
Yeah. So I just feel like at some point I just wanted to reach out to her just to see, like, I tell her till this day, I always feel like I needed just to have a conversation. Whatever decision that she made after that, I would have felt comfortable. But my pride told me I need some type of conversation.
Get it out.
Rather we going to continue or closure. You know what I'm saying? I'm no gray shit.
His name is DJ Hypa. This is
No gray
some
shit. So it
healthy
applies to me
information
with everything.
for people in relationships.
His hype man over there.
His name is DJ
You know what I'm
Hypa.
saying?
He's very healthy.
So I could honestly say, man, like I think this is now too when I really sit back and I think about, you know, what we have now. I have a son, you know what I'm saying, that's a blessing to me, and I feel like I really, really wanted to just make sure, you know, put your pride aside, get that conversation, and then see what happens from there. And I knew how she felt. So I definitely knew at some point, either I knew she was gonna actually take the chance to continue, or at the same time she could have said, you know what,
I'm good, love, and joy.
exactly. So I feel like, you know, because I knew the way she felt about me and what we had, we were kind of on the same page. So, and it was kind of fortunate for me, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was probably the biggest time I said to myself, you need to really, really, you know, you really need to really know how you feel before you take chances on anything else, because you know what you want. Don't let your pride fuck shit up, especially if it's something that you know that's good and you want to make sure you keep it for yourself. So I think that's where I say, you know what, I'm going to just take the chance, and then God was on my side, and then that's why we at where we at now.
Big facts. Big
Nice.
facts. Good one. Ease you up.
All right, so I know this gonna sound like kind of cheesy, but I got my pride moment when I was in school. I was always a good student, and I felt like it was easy until, you know, it was one point in college where I failed the class, and you never know what could humble you. You know what I'm saying? It don't always be something like, you know what I'm saying, a person that enters your life, or
It could be anything. It
or
usually
an
be
event,
anything.
or whatever the case may be. But me failing a class humbled me, because throughout my whole learning, my educational career, I felt like, oh, I got it. I ain't got to study. Procrastinating, I'll do it the night before, or I'll do this. And I was so cocky about school, and then I'm like, oh shit, I got to start studying. Like this
You
shit
gotta
is
stop
tough.
playing.
And then I
Word.
failed. And I fell to a point where I got kicked out of school.
Same thing happened to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like,
Same shit
yeah.
happened to me.
Oh yeah, I ain't know that.
And with me,
Once you're on academic probation,
Yeah.
niggas don't fuck around.
no, you're done.
No, that's
They was like, oh no, your average
done.
is low. Your average
Yeah.
is this. You can't be in school this semester.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that.
I had to take
That'll,
out
that'll
of-
humble you.
I had to
Real.
take a whole year off. Now, mind you, this is what I was working towards my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Because growing up in Detroit, it's not an opportunity at that time in the 90s. It wasn't an opportunity to even go to college. So, like, when we moved to New York, I'm like, oh, I can finally do it. So now that dream come crumbling down off of my, like, ego. You know what I'm saying? My pride. And that shit taught me to be humble in every other aspect of my life, including school. So me taking that year off was a very maturing year for me, to the point where once I got back in, I was like, I'm getting on the honor roll. I'm getting this. And I did. My GPA got up to a 4.0. You know what I'm saying?
real.
Blessing in disguise.
And
That's real.
it really helped me grow to the point where I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I needed that. It was crazy how it happened, but I needed that. And it caused me to never have an ego again. Not to, like, that extent, at least. I mean, we all got egos, but you know what I'm saying? That shit helped me to the point where when I come in encounter with my girl, I had no ego with that situation. I'm like, I ain't gonna be like, yeah, I get mad bitches, you can dip if you want. You know what I'm saying? It was none of that. It was like, word, I'm fucking up on that, I'll fix it. Don't take me for no chump, but I'll fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with every other situation, like, With friends, if I know I'm in the wrong with something, I'd be like, bro, I didn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean for it to come off like that. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Still waiting
So-
to hear that.
You think it's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean
continue.
for it to come off like that. I didn't mean that.
Heard you.
Danger, my brother.
You're my brother too. So
Now you want to fix it.
All right, I'll take it back. See, I said I still got a little ego.
I ain't say that, man. You said
Nah, let me stop.
Jerome, talk the thing.
yeah.
Jerome.
Nah, I wanted to ask him a question.
All right, go ahead.
Like, we're going back to the school shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said it humbled you. Like, what you changed after that situation? Like, when you got to when you had the academic probation, like, what did you change after that? Like, you said that humbled you. Like, what after that situation? What did you change? Like, what was the process after that?
After that, I kind of sat and I felt like a failure in life. Like, it wasn't just in school. So I felt like, well, in order for you to change anything, you got to change how you take things on. Because
Yeah.
I didn't realize I wasn't just taking school for granted. I was taking everything else for granted too.
Yeah.
And me losing school helped me realize how much other shit I was taking for granted.
All right. So, like, what was your new approach to everything then?
My
After
new
that?
approach was basically like, look, man, you got to get yourself
Get
on
on
the
your
road,
shit.
Get on your shit because
Word.
nobody's going to take care of you.
Uh-huh.
And then, mind you, bro, I didn't tell, like, this is going.
Yeah, you ain't tell nobody.
I ain't tell nobody.
Nah, that's how it goes.
You know what I'm
That's how it
saying?
always is.
So
That's how
I
it
was
always
like,
is.
fuck, what I'm going to do for a year? How
Yeah.
I'm going to be saying I'm in school when I'm not?
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. So
course.
I started saying, yo, I couldn't afford it. And then people like, I understand that because I was too,
Yeah.
like, my ego wouldn't
Yeah.
let
You let
people
anybody
say,
tell
like,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I failed, my nigga.
That shit happened to me when I was 19. I had to tell my mom, so I got kicked out of school. She was like, "Oh, you're working like 2 jobs now." I literally worked 2 jobs.
Yo, bro,
She
I
know-
was
she already know what time it was, bro.
Son,
Really know what time it was.
I was going through it, bro. I was depressed. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to do nothing. Like, I was just on some, like, I had no, like, drive to write.
What
or
got you
nothing.
out of that?
What really got me out of it was the opportunity. Once I got that letter saying you have been reinstated.
Did you have to
I
do,
was
go
That was
through-
like a second chance.
Did
type-
you have to
type
go through what
letter.
I went through?
Yeah.
I had to write a letter back
Yeah,
to the school,
to the committee.
to the committee to tell them, yo, look, I understand what I did wrong, and I will fix it doing this and doing that, and and basically a letter stating that I'm going to be better than
Trust
what I
me,
was
please,
before.
one more time.
Please,
Yeah, please.
That shit happened to me, and I was just like, but to me that wasn't like a pride thing. It was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it done regardless.
But that's why I was saying, like, certain people is different. 'Cause
Everybody
me, I was
different.
looking at it as a way out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like I had enough skill in basketball to be an athlete. I didn't feel like I had enough talent to be this amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? So literally for me, it was education. And then once you see your only opportunity go away, you like,
What you fall back
the
on?
fuck am I going to do? Like, this is what everybody say you can fall back
Yeah.
on. I ain't even got that. So you,
Oh shit.
you know what I'm saying? So it was really like fucking with me, bro, until like I got back into the swing of things and I never looked back, son.
That's dope, because
That's
it's like,
fire.
yo, you basically took it upon yourself to, like, you ain't even need no help. Like, that's dope.
What's your
I
pride issue,
needed, I
June?
needed help, but
Exactly what that is.
luckily, like, you know what I'm saying, that time to myself really helped me reevaluate
That's
everything.
cool. That's cool. Mine's is kind of the same thing. Like,
Okay.
but mine's is like asking for help. I'm like, I feel like with me, I still like I'm still going through that process. It's like asking for help to a point where it's like I feel like I don't mind the struggle. Like I don't mind the struggle through things because I'd rather get it done myself than to ask for help, which is stupid because it's like basically there's a door right there, and I know the person with the key, but I'd rather do everything just to go around that door. Mind you, when I could easily ask somebody for the key and open that door for me.
Some people would rather starve and die.
That's why
you?
I feel like
That's you?
yeah, that's me perfectly. That's like
No,
that's
but-
the type of
but-
person I am.
but-
I ain't
but-
gonna
Well, I mean,
feel
I'm
like that
changing.
lately.
I'm kind of changing a little bit.
That's what I was about to say. The question was like, were you able to change that?
Yeah, well, certain times, yeah. I feel like you know what I mean. There's certain things you got to sit there and ask yourself. Is like the you got to change to do certain things like that. Like you said before, like you got to turn down the ego and you got to start really thinking about it. You got to start thinking about it as like you're not when you asking for help, you're not doing it for that person. You're doing it for yourself.
That's true.
So it's like, so you got to think about, so what if that person like thinks about it, like you shouldn't care how the person feels after you ask them for help, because as long as you get to where you're trying to get, it shouldn't matter what that person's saying, because you're not doing it for that person, you're doing it for yourself. So as soon as that person teach you how to do it, you don't ever have to ask that person for help again. But now you know how to do it, so you could do it on your own.
I think a Hypa thinking the same thing I'm thinking right now.
I'm
gonna wait for
Please inform me, because I'm lost.
so lost right now.
Rel's next. So just so we don't get past it. Rel's next. I don't want to talk about nothing else.
Go ahead.
That's what best friends are for. Junior, you done?
Yeah, but I think he's gonna ask me something, right?
No. I'll say it for after the podcast. My biggest proud moment, I think, was with my father, which is a huge issue for me when I was in high school, because I really didn't know my father till I was really chilled with my father till I was probably 16, 17 years old. So we didn't have really connection, and I felt like a lot of things that I was going through when I was in high school and stuff like that was because of my father. While I dropped out of high school and everything I feel like because of the issues I had with my father, it was all because of that. So but eventually years went by. I got over certain things. I got over the fact that he wasn't there. Talk to my mom and stuff like that. So eventually, I said, you know what, put my pride down. He tried to get in contact with me a couple of times, but I wasn't really hearing it. But after eventually, push my pride aside and learn that, everybody goes through different things. Started to learn a little bit about more of what life is, truly is. And I kind of got the opportunity to push my pride aside, and me and my dad got a real good relationship now. So that was one of the biggest things for me, to really to ignore that. Well, not really ignore it, but push it aside and really say, you know what, life is a bigger picture. You can't just hold grudges against people, and you can't,
forgiveness is everything.
To add on what you're saying, as far as your father, I'm going through that exact shit right now. I'm
Daddies matter.
Anyway,
Nah, he's right.
I'm connecting with my pops a little more often now, and I had a lot of resentment towards my pops. Even if I feel like that resentment will carry on through my relationship with my chick, my just the everyday activities, that really bothers you, and you might not even realize you act in a certain way because you have resentment.
Miss this.
You have resentment towards your pops, and you act a certain way towards other people because you feel like whatever you feel about your pops might reflect in other people or something like that.
Which is kind of unfair.
It is. It's definitely unfair.
unfair.
But you don't even know you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even now, I'm hitting my pops up a lot more or whatever, and just connecting with him. Even when he explains shit to me, I'll be halfway listening and halfway talking to myself while he talking. And I'll be like, yo, just take this shit with a grain of salt because this nigga is explaining himself like he ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, let that nigga explain and don't care. Don't get mad at whatever he says. Just be a forgiving type of person. Shit falling around. But yeah, just be a forgiving type of person. And to me, I feel like that is helping me become better, I guess, or just in general. I'm not dwelling on whatever he did, whatever he wasn't there for, or whatever he did in the past. I'm just accept it now, and I'm cool with that. I don't really care about the past anymore because me holding on to that, I feel like that shit just going bring whatever bad energy into whatever relationship I might have with my friends, my shorty, my this, my that, whatever my relationships is, I'm not gonna let that be the issue with anything I have.
So yeah,
nah, you definitely right, because I felt like I had to overcome certain things like that too. Even with everybody here talk about Rel and Darren, but they pops. Same thing with me. I didn't really have the best relationship with my pops, but it's certain things I had to overcome as well, because it's you feel holding on to certain things and you don't realize when you get older, the things that happen in your childhood traumatizes you to a point where it affects you when you're an adult.
You don't even realize.
Yeah, you don't realize it until
all.
until you sit there like Ease was talking about before when they were talking about reflection. When you look at it, you why are you like that? And then you start looking at your childhood, you start realizing certain things. You be like, yo, that's why I'm like that.
Yeah.
But the only way you could get forward, I'm noticing, after that, after listening to y'all sometimes,
just be forgiven.
Yeah, honestly, it's to a point where
forgive,
you have to forgive.
You're not forgiving him. It's for yourself.
Exactly.
And I realize that even when I come in contact with people who don't talk to their pops, I be telling them yo, look, just forgive whatever's going on with whatever issue you have.
Yeah.
Just don't care about the outcome. Just be happy within yourself and just be like, yo, look, I'm not mad at you. Whatever you did in the past, whatever bothered me, cool. Let's start off on a clean slate. What can we start from now on? If it's just a hello, goodbye, be cool with that.
Yeah.
If it's more than that, be grateful that you could get more
Something.
than that.
Yeah.
But
I
at the
agree.
end of the day, just be comfortable with whatever you get. To me, it's just like my pops. He's not doing well. My pops had a stroke. My pops, he be in and out the hospital. Like now, like my pops is in the hospital a couple weeks ago. He called me like yo, I'm in the hospital. Blah blah. I'm like, yo, you need me to come in the hospital?
See,
you
could have
need
been
anything?
an asshole if you wanted to.
Exactly. I'm like, you need me to come to the hospital? You need anything? He's like, no, I'm good. Well, he said, I'm all right. It's just high blood pressure, this and that. And I'm like, all right, cool. If you need me to come to the hospital, let me know. He's like, no, I'm good. So it just, to me, I'm like, yo, I'm there, even though like I'm not happy with anything about the past. Fuck it. Like life goes on. I'm not gonna be stuck on whatever happened in the past.
And sometimes that shit lessens the load on you. Like,
Definitely.
You feel like I had the same thing. When I moved from Detroit to New York, I was 10, and I ain't meet my pops until I was about 12, 13. And you know what I'm saying? We lived in the same borough, and he knew I was in that borough. You know what I'm saying? We was literally like 10 minutes away on the bus.
That's
So
the funny thing, because my pops live less than 5 minutes away from me, and I went years without seeing him. Mind you.
I was thinking about that too, but I didn't want to put your business out there like that.
I just be thinking something.
Well,
I just be thinking sometimes, why is it always the child with the father is never with the mother? Not that I'm saying it's not, but I notice 90% of the time it's always the child is either a son with a father or a daughter with a father. Why is it always like that, or why is it so common?
I guess because, not to like speak for all of our dads, I mean,
Because if you think about it, it's always.
I think it's really because our nurturing ways aren't as strong as a woman's nurturing ways. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for a dude to be able to walk out because they're not bearing the child.
Yeah.
got a issue.
That's
you
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying?
Got a point.
But I don't think it's right, of course. But
Of course.
you know what I'm saying? With
Because
my-
if it was the other way around, like imagine men could like conceive kids, the women would be the deadbeats.
and
That's
then
just how-
you know, it's a study that came out this week that said men are more influential in their child life than the mother.
I can
see
probably-
that
like,
too.
yeah,
But
I
I ain't
bro,
gonna lie.
like-
I be see. I
But it could
tell.
be vice versa
I
too
could-
with the girl and the mother as
No,
well,
they
right? You
saying
don't think
all
so?
children, like boy
All-
or girl.
oh.
No,
Yeah,
boy
they
or
said
girl?
yeah,
wow.
boy or girl.
I see it a lot with a
the
boy
father is
because
more influential.
I see it a lot with a boy because at the end, you got to teach me something. Like you got to teach me how
To be a man.
Yeah, to be a man, to maneuver through life,
Yeah.
like just to make the right decisions.
Yeah.
Me, I was always that dude that grew up and was like, yo, when I have a child, boy, like I don't care. Like yo, I could have a child with whoever. Like it don't matter. Like
You say you always wanted a girl?
I said that just by speaking that he's jinxing himself. You're gonna have a girl.
it don't matter.
That's
I
how
don't,
it
I
works.
don't care what
Nigga,
I don't
that's
care
how I was
what I
talking,
have.
and then
No, I think
after
he's
that-
saying boy like to us,
Like,
boy.
like-
Like I don't think he's saying he want a boy.
Yeah, like it don't matter. Like to me, once I have a child, it's like you're going to have to like really fight me for me not to be in my child's life.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's like I want to teach you everything that I didn't learn on my own. Basically, everything I learned on my own, I want to teach you before you can freaking
Experience.
that's
learn
the
your
way
own
it's
experience.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
I want
We
to
got
tell,
plenty
I
of
want-
obstacles, but that's a whole.
I want to
that's
tell
a whole
you
other topic.
everything that can go wrong, everything that can go right, everything that just to me it looks like yo look this you may not want to do this, but it may want to get done like this or it like bad, good, whatever. I just want to help whatever. Once I have a child, I just want to help them maneuver through life in a way where it's just like I was prepared for this.
Yeah.
But we're going to move on to our final segment of the night. As we always do, call that plop or that flizz. We're going to start to the right side of that thing. This DJ Khaled record with Justin Bieber and Chance. This no-brainer. A lot of people like it. Some people don't like it, say it's a little bit too cheesy. How we feel on it on the right side?
I fucks with it. That's pop.
I fucks with it too. You know what they say: if you have a formula, if it's not broken, don't
Why
try to
fix
fix
it?
it.
Yep.
Was the first one broken though? Or you know what I mean?
I'm the one.
I'm
I'm the one. That shit is fire. I love that song, bro.
All right, so then I guess it goes back
Two
to what I
fixes.
said.
I love that song.
Record's good money. It's a pop. Dub things.
The same exact fucking record, my nigga.
Nah. Not really. No.
Come
way.
on, son.
A little bit.
Come on, son.
A little bit.
There's a little twist.
Come on, son.
There's a little twist.
Slight
No
twist.
way.
Nah, my nigga, that shit's a flop.
That shit is
yo,
better
I don't
than
give
the
a
I'm the
fuck.
One
That
shit.
shit is the same exact fucking record. It's like, yo, nigga, you are 100% right. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But don't fucking remake the same exact shit that's already there, my nigga.
It sounds different to me.
Do you think it's gonna be a hit?
Of course, because the fucking shit is on fucking.
maybe
it's
that's
gonna
why
be
he
on
did it.
Let me ask
Z100,
you,
my
was
nigga.
I'm the one a hit? I don't think I'm the one. Was a
Nah,
hit.
that was a hit.
That
bro.
was a hit,
That
bro.
was a hit.
Oh yeah,
That was a hit? No, not to me.
No, it wasn't,
Was it
bro.
a hit?
The reason I say it's a hit because it crossed over
Nah,
every
that shit
single
is a hit, bro.
genre.
I think that shit reached like number 4 or some shit.
I mean, from a DJ standpoint,
It was not a
But
hit.
that ain't
Good.
a really club record though.
Regardless, we're not even talking about like
Yeah.
club shit. Just like in general, like numbers and in TV and in radio
it was,
play.
to me, it
Yo,
wasn't.
They got the buzz. They got the buzz when when it's being promoted the first week or two. After that, bro, it was quiet work for that. Bro.
Wild Thoughts was
Well, yeah, we
Yeah,
can't
but
condone
I'm just
that.
saying, like,
That-
it's
that
when I'm
song's
saying, like,
crazy.
it jumps on different genres and different, like, radio stations. Like, you might hear the
Because it's
Z100
Justin
stuff.
Bieber,
Yeah,
Justin
he got the
Bieber.
Flop, flop,
That's-
flop,
that's-
flop.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you can't just. I'm not talking about one market. If it's jumping a different markets,
Because
it's
of
gonna be
Justin
popular.
Bieber.
World personal.
No, I
Okay.
agree with you.
Fucking
I'm
flop.
not disagreeing with you at all.
Flop, flop.
No brainer for me was the pop. I really like the song. Moving on.
Like Quick says, it's cheesy, but it's a hit. So it's a pop.
How do you feel about it?
It's cool.
So it's a pop.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a flop.
All right, moving on. This new phenomenon that a lot of people are seeing has been out for a good time. I feel like it's kind of getting even bigger, especially in New York. This new phenomenon with the man weaves and hair units. I know a women do a lot of, reconstructive things to their bodies and all that kind of stuff. So do you feel like this is a big deal for men to be
Why were
getting
you
these
looking at me just
false
now?
hair
I see you
units?
looking at him. I'm like,
Big-
what the fuck's going on?
Big deals or not big deal? How you feel about it, Hypa?
Who you talking about?
The man units, the man weaves, the hair replacement things that men is doing.
Stop.
How you feel? You feel like it's a big deal? It's not a big deal. How you feel
I'm
about it?
good, love, enjoy. That's a flop, man. That's
So let me ask you. So if you go completely bald, that's a dub. That's never an option.
Go
Nothing.
bald, right?
I'm gonna just stay bold.
Let me ask you a question. What about that's everybody. When y'all start going grays, y'all gonna black your hair out?
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I started, but I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just let it rock because I tried it already. I'm
Oh.
like, fuck it, too much work.
Oh, so you just go, exactly. You're right.
Name your pop and flop.
Forever young. I'm trying to be forever young.
Factory. As far as the man weave shit, to each his own, bro. Like if that works for you.
It sounds
But what do you say? Pop and flop.
When I do that, I can't see myself doing that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You got a healthy hairline, bro.
I know that, but I can't. Listen, this is why I don't do the ball bashing because nobody's safe, bro.
Never know.
Nobody's
I
safe,
feel
my
you, I
nigga.
feel you.
Feel me?
Definitely
So,
a fact.
I was about to
feel
say
me?
the
So
same thing. Me?
anything is possible.
I
so.
got a do-rag on for a reason. I got some waves going right now under this do-rag. So I can't even
So-
really comment.
Yeah, in between for me. Pause.
Hey,
Yo,
How do you
Between what?
How do you ayo after I said pause?
y'all really bringing that thing back. Yeah.
Hey,
talking about?
what you bringing back, huh?
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I just want y'all to remember this. But go ahead.
Yo,
Quicks, you up?
I don't know, man. I
said,
got
"I
friends
don't
that do it, man.
Oh, fuck.
Nigga, it's hot. Yo, Rel, your turn.
There you go.
I'm ready. I mean, I feel like it's
It's
not,
a plop,
I feel like it's not a big deal.
That
Pop
ain't
or
me.
flop, I feel like it's not a big deal. Like I said, women do all
All
kind
right,
of things.
quick
Yeah,
question.
that's
Quick
fact.
question.
All kind of
Wait,
things.
let him finish. Let him finish.
No, quick question.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask.
Go ahead.
Are you going to do it?
Exactly.
No, I mean, I thought about doing
If you're not
it.
gonna
yeah.
do it, it's a flop.
I'm going to ask you. Are you going to do it?
I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but I thought about doing it.
Thought about
Like
it?
I said, I feel like it's not a big deal, man. Like women are fooling the fuck out of us, bro. If you want to be really get down to it,
Nah.
they're doing
We're,
every-
we're not. We're not women.
The only
Go
thing
ahead.
is about women now is just like the fact that they doing like full on wigs is just like, all right, cool. The weaves was I was
No, they
very,
doing ass and
Wigs
titties and nails
is
and
at an
I'm-
all-time
that-
high.
Eyelashes
that's
and
that's
baby
been
hair.
done. That's been done. But the
Lace
wigs,
frontals
the
and
wigs
shit
is
is
different now. It's just like, yo, literally, you can talk to somebody, you can meet somebody the night of, go out, go to party, meet them, take them home, and just fling off their wig after you deal with
Fling
them.
off the thing
And
down.
then it's just
Shit
like,
looking like
damn.
Oprah from The Color Purple under that
Oh,
shit.
wow.
And you braid it up, slate it up.
So I
Damn it, man.
braided up, slated up.
Joan, your turn.
I mean, if I can't talk on a man's insecurity. If he feels that way,
You.
me, that's
you.
a no. Nah,
Okay,
I'd
that's
rather
it.
let that.
Next. That's it.
Yeah, that's a flop. I'm proud. I'm bald and I'm proud.
Bald and proud.
I'm bald and proud. I don't wish for me to have waves again. I had them. I'm tired of it. I got these
I'm here, baby.
arms
I'm here,
came
baby.
from brushing my hair and not doing push-ups.
I can't picture you in waves
can't-
though. I can't
Nah,
even hold
I
you.
got pictures, bro.
I gotta see.
I gotta
it.
see those.
I
Word.
gotta see that.
Facts.
too, bro.
Waves,
Yeah,
360s?
yeah, waves.
360?
Word.
I got you.
Yeah.
I
All right,
got
moving
you.
on,
I
moving
got you
on,
right
moving
now.
on,
But yeah,
moving
that's a flop for me, a big flop, and I don't discriminate against anybody that gets
Yeah,
it done.
that's what they
That's
wanna
your
do, that's
thing.
what you
Do it.
That's what I
Do
said,
it.
to each
Do
his
it.
own.
Do it. Do it.
Bingo, bingo.
Rello, next
Kevin Hart right now is killing numbers on his tour. A lot of people saying Kevin Hart is the best comedian of our time. How you guys feel about it? Yes, no, pop, flop.
In our time,
Yeah. Well, of now time, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I feel about it.
Who else is better than Kevin Hart in the comedic world? That's a pop.
Wait. Best of all time. I'm sorry.
Best
I
of
don't
Now,
know.
now.
Just
Bust
now.
them this
This
time.
time.
Oh, okay.
Because we got some years,
Yeah,
so we can go back.
Yeah.
So for today's time,
Sometimes it's like, for me, it's just like, I'm not really at the beginning, I was a fan.
listen. The way he explained the question is not about how you feel. It's like, do you feel he's the top comedian
No.
for right now?
I
Who's
really-
better than him? If you can't answer, if you can't give me another name, then he is.
All right, if other comedians are doing comedy shows, I'll put Dave Chappelle in front of him because he's still doing comedy shows.
He did one Netflix show that just recently came out.
It
Before
wasn't
that.
one, it was four.
Four
Did you watch all of
in
them?
the span of 12 years. You're gonna still put him over
No, in the
Kevin.
span of 2 years, he's done four.
Okay, but he was disappeared for 12
I don't
years.
care.
It
Like,
matters,
at the
though.
end of the day, we
Pop
talk
a
about
flop. Y'all
flop.
Hold on.
man.
You said pop a flop.
I said I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about it. It's
I
just,
said it's a pop.
I've been bald
Flop.
for years, bro. I gotta search.
Flop.
This is probably like
Who better than him
20s.
right now?
It depends.
Rello.
It depends
What
on
did
the
you say, Rello?
criteria.
I said flop.
Who better than him right now?
I like a lot of people better than him right now. I like Dave Chappelle better than him.
You know, so
I'll
funny.
take-
Last night I watched one. I watched two of Dave Chappelle's Netflix comedy special for the first time, just randomly, bro.
Wasn't
I'm
funny.
good, love, and joy, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
I am fucking good, bro.
I agree.
And
Okay.
he's not whack, but he's just not for me, bro.
But the
Hey,
same, the
Kevin
same
Hart
thing.
should
The
be
same
busting
thing
your guts.
I said about Kevin Hart.
Some of them may be making me
Nah,
laugh, bro. I
no
ain't gonna use
way.
You
Like,
OD.
yo, the first one maybe seriously funny.
Nigga, his first three was
After
funny,
that,
bro.
no, first one
Nah,
seriously
the
funny.
the first
After
one
that-
was short little grown man was funny.
Yeah, that was cool.
That one was
And
funny.
seriously funny was
The
cool
first
to me.
one you put me on to,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Ever
Short
since
little.
then, I'm like, yo, this nigga is jokes,
yeah, that
bro.
was funny.
Pop a
Sorry.
flop, Joe.
It depends on what's the criteria. If it's something about like making money, there's no question. But like,
Obviously.
when it's like material and everything like that,
No.
nah, I think Mike Epps is better than him.
Funny, you know?
Mike Epps is
Yeah.
corny to me too.
All right.
Nah,
You
I like
think
Epps.
everybody
I like Epps.
Ease.
Greatest of all time though is Eddie Murphy, by the way.
Of course, I agree.
Do I think he is the funniest as of right now? No.
Who's better than him? I need answers to that,
Pop
bro.
a
No,
flop.
but
Y'all
that's what I'm saying.
tearing
Like,
this pop a flop
funniest,
open.
I think.
He said for our time
See, the
right
sad
now.
part is we're
I
not.
think Cat Williams is funnier than him.
we're not.
I do too.
We're not.
well,
we're
yeah,
not,
me too.
Like,
I do.
But
we're
he's
not
not
saturated
really
with
relevant.
comedians right now.
exactly.
So it's just like, okay, who's funnier than him? Okay,
That's
who's
why
the-
it was
Well-
easy for me to ask who's funny, because like we only have but so much. So
Nah.
give me a name.
Well, that's fucking sad.
I feel like
Nah,
he-
we can't say that. There's comedians. It's just not like as big of a platform as Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
I feel like Kevin Hart marketed himself more, so he's a brand. Like what other comedians that
It's a
you know
fucking
that's like a
machine.
brand?
So when
Yeah.
after a
know
while,
what
when
I'm
you
saying?
go after machines, it's like going after Nike or not Nike. It's like going after fucking Jordan after a while.
and he's invested
So-
in Nike too. You guys own kicks?
I gotta see those waves. I gotta see those waves.
So
Yeah, I'm laughing because I wouldn't believe it.
I gotta yo.
Rello, next.
so
one.
moving on. Pop a flop. Moving on.
This is
let me
why
see.
you was still. This is why you was transitioning into bald.
Yeah,
Let me see
that
this
is.
shit. Let me see this
He
shit.
was on your last leg.
Yeah, I was on my last lines. Nah, look at it
I'm
longer,
waiting for
bro. Don't just
everybody.
glance at it.
Look at it longer.
That's my shit. He looked and was like,
Catch the curl texture.
That's good, Joyce.
nah, but
All right, moving on, because we killing the time right now. Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, has came out in a statement saying that he thinks that the national anthem is not the venue or the time for players to kneel. How do you feel about that, pop or flop?
Cool.
What?
Shit.
Dak
I
Prescott
like
has
that.
came
That's
out.
You know,
Dallas
Hypa's
court-
reactions to
Dallas
these pop and flop.
Cowboys quarterback has came out in a statement and said in an interview
during
has
the
said that
games
he
is not
doesn't
the time.
think that kneeling for the national anthem should be the time or the venue for players to do so, which means he disagrees with it.
He said a
Pop
whole
or
lot
flop?
more than that too. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say flop. I'm gonna say flop.
All right,
House nigga flop.
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 It's a flop.
cool flop.
Nigga said coon flop. NRE is back with his new album 5E. How you feel about it on the right side?
I didn't get to it.
Okay.
Jesus.
It actually sounds decent, so it's a pop.
You ain't hear it yet.
No, I listened to the
Yeah,
whole.
he
I
doesn't.
told you, I listened to the whole joint. Listen to the whole joint. I like everything except for Nori's raps.
That's a pop, nigga.
Son.
No, that's the thing. But if you look at it, all right, let's take this into context. Let's put this into
Now you gotta
context.
break it
He
down.
has one song, which is the first song that he's rapping on by himself. Every other song is a fucking feature. Excuse me. So and
You
every
gotta go hyper.
exactly.
Facts.
And every feature is pretty good. So I'm just like,
Well,
yo,
who's
I
the
like.
features on there?
He got
everybody
like,
that's
a lot of,
He has
he got a lot of
he has
everybody
a lot
that's
of
relevant, bro.
He has
Yeah,
Fat
a lot
Joe,
of
Fabulous.
Dream.
He has Dream. He has Jada Kiss.
Tory Lanez.
It's kind of like
He has
it's kind of
Tory
like
Lanez.
Hard Knock Life 2 with Jay-Z features, like almost every song.
So I could just listen to the other artists. Just
Yes,
pay him no mind.
and that's what I was about to say. So
Get to
I'm
it.
gonna say a flop for
Okay.
flop everything besides Nori, because yo, and mind you, the first album I ever
Drink
fucked
champs, you hear that?
Nah, we don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke.
with. Smoking on.
We don't want no smoke.
I actually like Drake.
Yo, disclaimer. The first album I ever listened to and I ever liked was NRE.
No,
album.
we fuck with you. Trust me.
The first album I ever liked, mind you.
Part of our
Clean.
childhood.
Clean up the one them.
Nah, say you want
Bop
to
things.
Yeah, clean up the
I
But
mean,
like I said, Nori was never known for his lyrical raps, but just this not his time. I like one song where he's really rapping on it with 7th Streeter. Besides that, I never really liked his raps or anything else. Fat Joe songs are really good to me. Like them shits is hard. And
Crack.
He got 2 of them on there. What do we asking? Is it good?
This is the pop.
It's a flop for everything else. It's a
right.
I mean it's a pop for everything else. It's a flop with Nori on it.
All right, moving on.
I'm
NRE.
gonna have to
that's,
listen to it.
that's a flop, bro.
I'm gonna have to listen to
That's
it.
a neutral. That's a neutral.
No, it's not neutral. How you
Go ahead. Joe.
Anyway, go.
Yeah, NRE. Now we're gonna run Eden. I fucks with it. I like it. It's a good album to me. So it's a pop.
It's pop. It's cool.
Didn't get to it yet.
All righty, and this is Oddly Similar Podcast, episode number
17.
17. I am Rello. To the right of me, I have.
Hypa.
DJ Dane-Ja.
Darren.
June.
Ease.
Yes, make sure you check us out. Instagram, Oddly Similar
Comment,
Podcast.
Yeah, man.
share,
YouTube, Oddly
post,
Similar
all that.
Podcast.
Tell us what
all
you
that.
think. Tell us what you think.
Hit us up, and we out of here.
Yeah.
The Oddly Similar Podcast.